It has been 229 days since the Falcon Media Sports Network has been in the Slater Family Ice Arena, and 229 days since BGSU Hockey drops puck in their home rink. I am Ben Korak from the Falcon Media Sports Network here in the Madhouse on Mercer for the 2024-2025 rink opening exhibition game between the Falcons and the Robert Morris Colonials. I was here 229 days ago with Nick Bowers on February 24th in a loss to the Michigan Tech Huskies. I am back again, unfortunately without Nick Bowers, who was my color guy for nearly the entirety of last year, as we have lost him to graduation. So we are very sad about that, and especially because I have no color commentator today. So I will definitely be feeling his absence just a little bit. It is an odd position for BG Hockey to start the season, as they have lost quite a bit in the last 229 days. Not just their last 4 regular season games of last season and 2 playoff games against Michigan Tech, but because they lost their head coach, Ty Eigner, and their 2 best centers, Spencer Kirsten and Josh Nodler, to graduation and minor hockey. But losses rarely come without some form of gain with it, and in this case, the BG Hockey program in Slater Arena, the gains really outweigh the losses. And let's go over it, especially starting with the new addition to the head coaching position, which is Dennis Williams. 544, 267, and 14 career record as a head coach across all the stops, which include the Amarillo Bulls, the Bloomington Thunder, the Everett Silvertips, and BG for 1 season in 2009-2010. He coached them then to a 5-25-6 record. He started this season with a 2-0 record, so already almost halfway to his win total across an entire season in 2009. He's known as he has a reputation for making players better, and the evidence of that is 11 players from Everett Silvertips being drafted out of the Canadian Hockey League and into the National Hockey League of the United States, some Canada as well, but the NHL. 11 players from Everett drafted out of the CHL into the NHL. One of the things that spurns these great players and great improvement from these players is such a high intensity. He was a gritty player with BG when he played from 1998 to 01 as a winger for the Falcons. He was a gritty player, not the most talented player, as he is the first person to tell you, but that taught him high work ethic, high intensity, and that's something that he transfers to his coaching as well. Some other things about Dennis Williams, or Willie: he loves to win. He loves high shot volume. He loves blocking. He loves play without the puck. He loves completing checks, and that's something we will definitely look for, and something I will highlight as I call BG Hockey this season. And one of the most important things that I think can come from Dennis Williams in his addition to the Falcons is that he kept so much of the team from last year into this year. He kept all 3 members of the coaching staff: Curtis Carr, Stavros Pescaris, and Dylan Schoen, who had a lot of success improving players. And you've added a head coach that has a resume that's loaded with improved players as well. And then he kept some very key players with some very strong upsides. And one of those main players was Cole Moore. I was personally very scared when Ty Eigner was fired to what would happen to Cole Moore as a top 3 goalie in the CCHA last season, and as a freshman. There was almost endless possibilities for him to pick up and leave with a new coach coming into town and find a maybe better location for him, or just a more popular location for him, maybe a Big Ten school, maybe an NCHC school as well. Like I said, he was a top 3 goalie in 2023-24, had some battles with Blake Pietila from Michigan Tech that were absolutely outstanding. Some fantastic games from him. He kind of stepped into the spot of Christian Stover, and he's earned himself a starting spot for the first 2 games of the 2024-2025 season, and he will probably earn himself a starting spot today. Another one, Ryan O'Hara. He was the leading scorer for BG, even after missing a sizable chunk of the season due to injury. He is returning. He is very huge fan of Dennis Williams. He likes the way he likes the way that Dennis Williams coaches a team. Ryan O'Hara, again, the leading scorer for BG last year. He likes Coach Williams' shot volume. He likes the focus on shot percentage. He likes the scoring focus. It's going to highlight Ryan O'Hara's ability as a leading scorer for the Falcons last year, and then 2 years ago he was top 5 in scoring as well as a sophomore. And then another one, and a more young player that Dennis Williams was able to keep around, was Brett Foe, the second highest scorer last year. And he started very strong this year against Mercyhurst with 2 goals. a game opener and a game winner in one game against Mercyhurst, and he was also nominated to a Forward of the Week award, and he ended up winning the Forward of the Week award, the first one in the Dennis Williams era, the first one of Brett Foe's career, and the first one of the season for any Falcon. And then another thing important about Willie's new additions to the program is his new high-level players, three of which, and one of which specifically, Ville Amonen, is a captain, even as a newcomer. He's a grad student out of Union College. He's a first-line center and a captain, transfer from Union. He has been fantastic. He hasn't been able to find the back of the net yet, but we know that centers, their ability to impact the game cannot be overstated. He wins so many faceoffs, and that was a strong point of Spencer Kirsten last year, who Bowling Green lost to the Orlando Polar Bears. And Ville Amonen is kind of stepping into that spot as a captain as well as a center. And then two players that are actually on the same line tonight, Jackson Niedermeyer and Adam Zonka. With Jaden Grant, they complete a full third line, high-scoring line. Niedermeyer and Zonka in their previous stops were high-scoring players. Niedermeyer from Arizona State and Zonka as a freshman out of the NAHL. With Jaden Grant as a setter, just a very strong line between the three. Niedermeyer and Zonka, the transfer or the newcomers, new faces. Niedermeyer is a senior, so we might get another year out of him, certainly this season. And then Adam Zonka will get a full 4 seasons out of him. But let's talk about Bowling Green's opponent for this game. Derek Schooley, the head coach of Robert Morris University, in his 19th season with the Colonials, 11-25-3 record last season. Not quite the record that he was looking for. He did split a series against the Falcons early last year, but when they got into the Atlantic Hockey Association, the AHA, they went on a 7-game losing streak to start it, and they went on a 4-game losing streak to end it, as well as losing in the first round of their playoff tournament. He was able to keep around his sophomore forward, Tanner Klimke, who's a freshman last year, who led the team in goals, shot percentage, first goals, and power play goals. So a strong offensive talent from Tanner Klimke. He's on the first line of this game today, along with Cameron Garvey and Walter Zacher. That's the first line. The sophomore, just fantastic last year, 15 goals, 11 assists, 26 total points for Klimke this year. But the unfortunate part about Derek Schooley's team coming into this year is they lost their two next best players, and Riley St. Ange and Dallas Tulik. Tulik, a defenseman, Riley St. Ange, a forward. He lost them to graduation. The statistics that Tanner Klimke did not lead as a forward, Riley St. Ange did, so they were really the 1-2 duo for Robert Morris, even though they were on different lines. Dallas Tulik, the best defenseman, the highest scoring defenseman as well. Both of those players were lost to graduation, so that's leaving quite a hole in the Colonials lineup. Robert Morris is a very young team. They rely on their youth and speed a lot. Just even looking down their line chart, we see sophomore, freshman, redshirt freshman, sophomore. I mean, there's just so much youth from this team. Not a lot of upperclassmen, not a lot of experience. And that might be something that they could use to their advantage, especially with some speed. But on another hand, they are also not as experienced as some of the players on Bowling Green, who they had a young team last year, now a little bit more on the experienced side. So it's kind of a tale of two different teams today. And another aspect of their game that it can't really be improved because of the situation of the guys in the room is their goaltenders. Dylan Milan last year had an .874 save percentage, not the best. He had 5+ goals allowed on average. So across all of the games in the season, he was averaging about 5 goals allowed per game, which one can be detracted back to his defense. He does need help from his defense as well, but 5 goals, I mean, that is so many goals to be allowing on average as well. And his two backups, Dawson Smith and Croy Kochendorfer, have not played college hockey yet. Smith is a redshirt freshman. Kochendorfer is straight up just a freshman. So both of them have definitely not played a game this season, as Robert Morris has not played a game this season, but neither one of them have played in a college hockey uniform, and Bowling Green's quite a strong team for them to make their debut. So I am assuming that Robert Morris will be going with Dylan Milan in the net for them. So let's move back to Bowling Green. We had some picks before this game starts from Tyler Kavelitz and Reese Patrikas back in the booth running the board for us today. So Tyler Kavelitz, Reese Patrikas, why don't you guys take it away with your picks for who's going to score a goal in this game between the Falcons and the Colonials?
Well, Ben, I'm going to have to go with Ryan O'Hara. He is the center of this offense. Ryan O'Hara led the team in points schools last year, so O'Hara has to be my pick to score a goal here tonight. Reese, who do you have?
Yeah, I think it might be the safe choice. It's probably the easy choice. I think Brett Foe carries his momentum over from that Saturday game he had last weekend. I think he's going to stay hot and find the back of the net tonight.
Ryan O'Hara from Tyler Kavelitz, Brett Foe from Reese Patrikas. I'm going to go a little bit of a different direction, and I'm going to take Dalton Norris, the defenseman. He was one of the highest-scoring defensemen for the Falcons last year. 7 goals, 14 assists for 21 total points. Definitely a high-scoring defenseman. I could definitely see him taking advantage of a little bit of a weak goaltender situation from Dylan Milan across the ice. Maybe a couple of shots from the point. It's what he excels at. He's got a wicked slap shot, so I'll definitely be able to see him finding the back of the net today. So we will step aside just in a couple of minutes. We'll bring you the starting lineups and national anthem for this exhibition game between the Bowling Green State University Falcons and the Robert Morris Colonials in the Slater Family Ice Arena on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Interested in joining Falcon Media Sports Network? If you're looking to get involved, send an email to sports@bgfalconmedia.com.
On October 4th, 2024, BGSU volleyball opposite hitter Lauren Hovey recorded her 115th career service ace in BG's comeback reverse sweep of Western Michigan, passing Paige Penrod for the most in program history during the rally scoring era. Falcon Media Sports Network's Chaz McNeil had the call of the historic moment on WBGU 88.1 FM.
And that will make history. Lauren Hovey's 115th ace in the rally scoring era is in the history books as the Stroh Center applauds.
This has been a Falcon Media Sports Network featured call.
Hey there, Wood County families! Make sure to join us here on WBGU Sundays from 2 to 4 p.m. for Family Radio. You'll hear family-oriented content, including fun children's music, comedy bits, and educational segments for all ages.
Let the games begin!
That's Family Radio, broadcasting live from the campus of Bowling Green State University and 88.1 FM WBGU HD1, Bowling Green, Ohio.
Oh, is there anything they won't do?
Black Swan Players of Bowling Green is dedicated to the advancement of amateur theatrics, including production of live theater as well as various educational opportunities involving the arts. Founded in 1965, the organization provides high-quality amateur live theater as well as opportunities to the cast, crews, and the viewing public. Visit blackswanplayers.org for more information.
BGSU graduate Jason Jackson from the Miami Heat here. Make sure to tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m. on WBGU 88.1 FM, home of the Falcon Media Sports Network.
The premier community theater of Bowling Green is the Black Swan Players. For over 50 years, Black Swan Players has been dedicated to the advancement of amateur theatrics, including production of live theater as well as various educational opportunities involving the arts. BSP is a nonprofit organization whose volunteer membership is open to any person, regardless of age, religion, sexual orientation, or race. Visit blackswanplayers.org.
Falcon Volleyball battles with Mid-American Conference Pro Buffalo on Thursday, October 12th. Join Falcon Media Sports Network's Chaz McNeil on the call at 5:45 for pregame and first serve at 6 p.m. on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Hello, Falcons. I'm Dontrez Brown. I play defensive line here, and my Falcon 4 favorite TV shows is SpongeBob, Regular Show, Adventure Time, and iCarly. I like SpongeBob because, just growing up, just seeing it on TV, it just made me laugh, and it still makes me laugh today. Adventure Time and Regular Show is kind of a mix. They just always have me laughing. And then iCarly, Sam Puckett is super funny. So, go Falcons.
Hello, my name is Reko Badurov. I play for the BGSU men's soccer team, and these are my Falcon 4 breakfast items. Number one, I'd say, is eggs. Just good protein, good way to start off the day. Also really like waffles, just so good. You can put chocolate chips, whipped cream on it, it's amazing. Same thing with French toast, love like the cinnamon taste to it. And then I'd say yogurt too. Yogurt and granola, can't go wrong with that. So those are my 4.
Falcon Hockey will welcome Simon Fraser for an exhibition on Sunday, October 13th. Falcon Media Sports Network's voice of Falcon Hockey, Ben Korak, will have preview and recap available at bgfalconmedia.com.
Black Swamp Players of Bowling Green is dedicated to the advancement of amateur theatrics, including production of live theater as well as various educational opportunities involving the arts. Founded in 1965, the organization provides high-quality amateur live theater as well as opportunities to the cast, crews, and the viewing public. BSP is a nonprofit organization whose volunteer membership is open to any person, regardless of age, religion, sexual orientation, or race. Visit blackswanplayers.org for more information.
Hey, I'm BGSU graduate Jason Jackson from the Miami Heat, and you are listening to WBGU 88.1 FM, home of the Falcons Media Sports Network.
The premier community theater of Bowling Green is the Black Swamp Players. For over 50 years, Black Swamp Players has been dedicated to the advancement of amateur theatrics, including production of live theater as well as various educational opportunities involving the arts. BSP is a nonprofit organization whose volunteer membership is open to any person regardless of age, religion, sexual orientation, or race. For more information or to volunteer, visit blackswanplayers.org.
Football seeks another MAC win on Saturday, October 12th as they battle Northern Illinois at the Doit. Tune into Falcon Media Sports Network's Sean Connolly and Andrew Helkowski on the call at 3:15 for pregame and 3:30 for kickoff on Falcon Radio.
Hi, I'm Anna Sidek. I'm a freshman setter from BGSU volleyball team, and that's my 4 self-care habits. So the first one is drinking a coffee because it helps me to be just energized during the day. Second thing would be reading a book. I'm such bookworm and I just love it. Other one would be listening to music because music keeps me calm and I just love it. And the last thing, but not the least, it would be stretching with Santi, our athletic trainer, because he keeps my body safe and everything. So I'm really grateful for him.
Wake up every weekday with WBGU and The Morning Show. The morning show is a community resource for weekly events, news, sports, weather, interviews with community officials and organizations, birthday and anniversary announcements, and more. The morning show broadcasts live Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. from the Killeen Center at Bowling Green State University. Listen live every weekday from 6 to 9 a.m. locally on 88.1 FM or streaming online at bgfalconmedia.com.
Hey, BGSU graduate Jason Jackson from the Miami Heat here. When I was a Falcon, there was BGRSO. Now it's Falcon Media Sports Network. Keep up with all BGSU sports news and action by following BG_FMSN on Twitter/X and check out BGFalconmedia.com. Hi, Ziggy.
BGSU hockey back in the Slater Family Ice Arena for the first home contest of the 2024-2025 season. An exhibition game, but nonetheless should be very exciting to watch the Falcons face off against the Robert Morris Colonials again in the Madhouse on Mercer. Pretty solid crowd here, even for an exhibition match. We'll read you the starting lineups from the Falcons and the Colonials. On the side of Robert Morris, number 21, Cameron Garvey, the starting center. Walter Zacher, his right wing, with Mitch Dielstra, the left wing. On the defensive side, Gabriel Lunn and Michael Craig on the left and right. And the goaltender is Dylan Milan, the starter from last year's Robert Morris team. And then on the side of the Falcons, Ryan O'Hara at the left wing, Ville Amonen, the transfer from Union College and a captain at the center, Brody Waters on the right, Dalton Norris and Gustav Stjernberg on the defensive side, and Cole Moore back in the net for the Falcons. Puck drop is won by the Falcons. They knock it back down into the O-zone, kick away. Now Dalton Norris with a shot, but the whistle blows, and the play is called dead from the referee. Don't know what the call was. Maybe an early offside as the players are coming outside of the zone. I'm Ben Korak from the Falcon Media Sports Network, calling most, if not all, of the BG hockey games this season. And wow, a very early penalty. Can't tell who that is in the box. It might be Ryan O'Hara on what looked like it could be a cross-check on the far boards. So BG plays only, 14 seconds until they're down a man. 5-on-4, Robert Morris, good chance to capitalize. Jaden Grant for the faceoff. Won by the Falcons. Dalton Norris kicks it away. Now Jaden Grant tries to feed it out of the zone, but can't do it. Defenseman back, Zacher on the Neal side. Flings it in, blocked by Stjernberg. Stjernberg limps away, but stops the puck from getting to his goaltender, Cole Moore. Now Stjernberg attempts to get it out of the zone. No interference from Ozar, who is going for the body, less of the puck. Now Stjernberg with a hit on the boards, his first of the year, and he ices the puck cleanly, and the Falcons will go for a line change. Love to see that out of Gustav Stjernberg, a hard hitter last year. Unfortunately, the NCAA doesn't keep track of hits, which I think is nearly criminal. Wow, what a play on the far side boards from Ethan Scardina to try and poke this puck away. Wasted probably a good 10 seconds on that forecheck. Now the puck goes back. Shove. Ben Duran. Duran down the ice, far side. Knocked away. That should be a tripping. Yes, it is. Puck has to go back to BG. No, it doesn't. The play is whistled dead, and it should be a 4-on-4 here for the Falcons. Luke Van Wy, sophomore defenseman, got a little bit too sticky on the skate. A 4-on-4 for 58 seconds, and then a minute 2, BG advantage. Tripping is the call. 2 players in the sin box. 2 penalties in the first 2 minutes of play at home in the Slater Family Ice Arena. Tom Gangle gets it around. Now back to Gangle. Gangle takes it up through his defensive zone. Pass to the wing. Now the Falcons, hard forecheck. Niedermeyer comes up, transfer from Arizona State. Can't get it out of the zone. 4-on-4, still a chance, the shot, the score! Thomas Haynes, the defenseman from the near side, puts it past Cole Moore for the first score of the game inside 2 minutes. Technically an even strength goal, although it was a 4-on-4, and BG will have to crawl back into this one early. Nice little wrist shot from the near side to the glove side of Cole Moore. Left glove, right stick, 6'6", elbows above the goal. Just took that upper 90 percentile. This one to Ben Wozni. Wozni trying to pass it over. Kicked away by Robert Morris. Shoved into the boards. Big hit in front of the student section here in the Slater Family Ice Arena. Robert Morris now takes it up. Strong forecheck from the Falcons. Still a 4-on-4, as in the even strength. The penalty doesn't pull your own man out of the box. Pass now is into Adam Zonka. Zonka can't feed it through. Gives it up to Robert Morris. Now Morris on the inside. BG through the zone. Brett Foe chases. Tries to get it away. Gets it to another white jersey. It's Dalton Norris at the point. Skates on the blue line. Puck on the white of the ice. Now O'Hara in. Far side. BG's man out of the bench. So 37 seconds for the Falcons on a power play. Trying to even the game back up at 1. O'Hara passes to near side. Back to Norris. Norris keeps it in. Got to make a move. To the far side again. Looking for a way in. Back to Norris. Norris back, trying to reset the play. Down deep. Norris looking through the slot. Shot from Ryan O'Hara. Kicked up into the netting. Off of the stick of Dylan Milan, the goalie for Robert Morris. Whistle blows. Face off for the Falcons in the Colonial Zone. Not the start the Falcons would have wanted. Currently down 1-0. 15 seconds left on the power play. 16:59 left to play in the first period. Face off again won by the Falcons. Sternberg gives it to Wozni. Wozni to the near side. Falcon forward Ryan O'Hara, leading scorer from last season. Back to Wozni. Wozni being pressured at the point. Now down deep to the goal line. Sternberg calling for it way across. Slap shot way wide right. Brody Waters fighting for it on the boards. Couple of blue jerseys, couple of white as well. Sternberg now with the shot. Good block by Milan. Nice stick work to get it away. Off the boards. Robert Morris comes up with it. Penalty is now killed off. So fighting for control of the puck with even strength. Imonen gets it out. Goose off the side. Almost tipped in by the Falcons. Ryan O'Hara got the stick up in the air trying to tip it down. A little bit of bunt action. Now he gets the puck stolen by Cameron Garvey. Garvey takes it back into his own zone, trying to reset. Now it'll get to Shankula. Shankula, the shot, saved by Milan. Milan tries it again, they score! Adam Shankula backing around. Tie game 1-1. We will see who they give the goal to. It looked like Shankula on the far side took that shot off the rebound, snuck around behind the net and put it back in. So the Falcons face off in the center, still waiting for who the goal was. Nevertheless, 1-1 BG. Eric Parker wears a hit on the boards, his first time in the game. Now Ben Duran does the same, but gets the puck away. Parker tries to lay the revenge. Felsing now inside. Back to Ben Duran. Duran through the zone, good pass. Looked like that was checked by the hand, no penalty. And a face-off will be sent inside of the Robert Morris zone. Again, no call on who scored the goal for the Falcons. 15:25 left to play. It was probably around 16 minutes when that goal was scored. 1-1 the score, first period of play. Falcons at home. Santawana with another shot. Dalton Norris can't connect with it. Now we'll give it back to Walter Zacher. Zacher pushed. Norris comes up with the puck. Now up to Santawana. Santawana, small but mighty. Only 5'8", but quite a strong player. Moore lets this one go by, back into the half wall. Now good blocking there for Matvey Kamenov. Transfer from Northern Michigan after a lot of the Wildcats team was gutted and their head coach not coming back for the 24-25 season. So many of their players left, including Matvey Kamenov. This one's a pass. Robert Morris taking it through the neutral zone, loses the puck. Now Adam Zilko will come up with it with good stick work. This one to Breck McKinley, the defenseman. No offside, very close, able to stretch that leg out. McKinley blocks it on the boards, fighting for it. Jackson Niedermeyer loses it to Mitch Dielstra. Mitch Dielstra leaves it in the zone. Can't connect with the blue jersey. Now he does. Walters is deflected. Now Breck McKinley gets it across to Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer flips it into the zone, bounces away. BG will go for a line change. Imonen, Waters, and Ryan O'Hara on the ice. The production line for the Falcons and the first line. Niedermeyer, transfer grad student. Ryan O'Hara, senior high scorer. And Brody Waters has the most points of any Falcon this season. Waters and Eric Parker fighting for it in the zone. Trying to get it around, clears it out. Good play by the Falcons to get this one wide. Now another shot. Cole Moore lets it squeak by. Wow, what a kick save from Cole Moore on the reversal. Another shot blocked by Brody Waters. Now near side, Parker to Wozni. Wozni gets it up the ice out of the zone, makes Robert Morris reset to stay on sides. 1-1, Falcons tied with the Colonials. This one into the zone, O'Hara can't hold on. Long shifts for the Falcons in this game. We saw a lot of quick shifts from Ty Eigner last year. Dennis Williams opting for long shifts with his best line. Maxwell Martin giving the forecheck. NAHL MVP last year. This whistle is blown dead. Offsides is the call, and the faceoff will leave the O zone for the Falcons and into no man's land. Again, still no call on who scored the goal for the Falcons. It is 1-1. Thomas Haynes. A left defenseman. Scored the first one on a nice wrist shot near side of the ice. BG going left to right across your radio dial. Robert Morris right to left. BG sporting the white jerseys at home. Robert Morris all blue. Quite contrasting colors between these two teams. Puck back around to Robert Morris. Stjernberg hits. Tries to get the puck away but can't do it. A lot of collisions between Dalton Norris and Walter Zacher. Now Ben Duran with good stick work takes it through the zone. Trying to get it away. Keeping it in the zone. Stjernberg with a shot. Will it land? No, it won't. Second try from him, wide right. Had a couple of good chances there, especially one on the rebound. Owen Ozar tries to get it back around. Now Duran. Duran pushed down on top of the puck. Still trying to get it away from the half wall. Now Morris comes up with it. Again, Eric Parker tries to clear the zone, but Robert Morris gains strong control. This one to McKay Hayes. Brett Foe comes up with the puck. Nice play on the near boards. Now he'll get it out of his stick before he wears the hit. Robert Morris through the neutral zone. Matvey Kamenov. Can he come up with the puck? No, he can't. Robert Morris puts a shot on goal. It's blocked by Cole Moore. Santawana comes up with it. Near side for Kamenov. Kamenov into Skardina. Skardina's poked away. Puck finds Kabanoff again, but can he hold on? It's pressed into the boards. He gives it up to the blue. Kabanoff chasing, gives it up to Santawana, but it goes just wide. Tommy Pasanen knocks it through, came back for another year of Falcon hockey, even though there was a coaching change for Bowling Green. Now the goal was scored by Maxwell Martin. We just got word. His first of the year. He also has an assist. Shankula on the assist off the rebound from Dylan Milan, the goalie for Robert Morris. Not a lot of shots on net for either team. A lot of play in the middle of the ice, which is very rare for a Dennis Williams team. He likes to put a lot of shots on net. Not a lot of play in the neutral zone. Zonka to Jaden Grant. Grant in for Ohanesen. And Ohanesen hold on to the puck as the whistle blows. Play will stop. And another face-off in the neutral zone. Again, 1-1. Goal from Thomas Haynes of Robert Morris. Off a wrist shot on the near side. And then only a minute later, a goal from Maxwell Martin. His first of the year, second point. Off of the rebound from Adam Shankula. Buried it deep, and we're at a tie game. Falcons and Colonials fighting for it. Stierenberg guarding the dump. Now it clears on back. Falcons on high pressure, and they turn this puck over. The Goose is back. Now Dalton Norris to Waters. Waters to Imonen. It's a race to the puck, but he'll lose it to Dylan Milan, who stands there in the net. And we will head to our first media timeout. 9:48 left to play in the first period. 1-1 the score. WBGU 88.1 FM.
This week's Athlete of the Week is volleyball junior opposite hitter Lauren Hovey. Hovey had a combined 26 kills on Friday and Saturday against the Western Michigan Broncos. These 26 kills brought Hovey to a career total of 1,000 kills. Hovey also reached a career total of 117 aces to break the rally scoring record, with plenty of games left to play. This has been Falcon Media Sports Network's Athlete of the Week.
I'm Levi Gazaric, a senior tight end, and my Falcon 4 camp essentials are electrolytes, a gallon of water, sunflower seeds, and Nerds gummy clusters. Go Falcons.
BGSU hockey back in the Slater Family Ice Arena for this exhibition game against Robert Morris University. I am Ben Korak from the Falcon Media Sports Network here in the Madhouse on Mercer as we have a tie game heading into the last 10 minutes of play in the first period. Goal scored by Thomas Haynes from Robert Morris very early in this contest, and then Maxwell Martin lights the lamp for his first goal of his collegiate career. Definitely a player that you should look out for, an MVP of the NAHL, quite a prolific minor league. So now the faceoff will go back into the zone of Robert Morris. A lot of those so far in this game. Ville Amonen, assistant captain, transfer from Union, wins this one to Stierenberg. Stierenberg sends it just wide out of the zone from Dalton Norris. Norris near side to Stierenberg. Stierenberg not a high offensive defenseman, but definitely a extremely strong player. A lot of big hits on the boards. A lot of penalties last year as well. He fans on this slap shot. Waters can't come up with it. Imonen. Near side boards, 6'3". A lot of size for a forward. This one to Stierenberg. Stierenberg near side, did it clear the line? No, it didn't. So BG keeps it in the zone, trying to get it into O'Hara in the slot, but can't do it. Now it'll get to him on the far boards. Imonen and Norris will go for a line change for McKinley and Adam Shankula. Shankula, quite an impressive player. Joined the team in January of last season, played the second half of the year. Decent amount of points from him in limited time, but when he was on the ice, good things tended to happen. He's one of those players that not a lot statistically came from his presence on the ice, but a game changer in the way that he forces momentum. This one to Braden Krieger, his first time on the ice. Near side, leaves it in for Shankula. Shankula can't hold on to McKinley. McKinley to Maxwell Martin. Already got a goal in this game, searching for two. Can't get a shot off. Shankula fighting for it on the boards. He's knocked to his knees. Morris just can't seem to clear it out of the zone. Pasanen looking in, making sure the puck doesn't clear the zone. Now it'll get back to Robert Morris. They flip it to the far side. They will get it away, but Pasanen comes up with it. Martin near sides. Very similar in physique and play style to Quinn Emerson, if you recall him from last year. Not the biggest, not the fastest, not the strongest, but put them all together, you get a pretty darn good player. Emerson scratched from the lineup tonight. It is only an exhibition game, so I wouldn't read too much into the scratch of Quinn Emerson. Brett Foe now giving chase. Forward of the week. Last week for the CCHA after his 2-goal game against Mercyhurst. This one is called icing as the puck goes from red line to goal line. And the faceoff will go back into the zone of Robert Morris. Not a lot of faceoffs in the Falcon zone. A lot of faceoff wins for the Falcons. They were the CCHA leaders in faceoff winning percentage and faceoff wins last year, especially with Spencer Kirsten and Josh Nowler, both of whom are gone, but Ville Amonen has stepped into that spot. Again, winning so many faceoffs. You get the puck into the sticks of the Falcons, good things tend to happen. Foe skirts this one into the zone. Owen Ozar leaves it up. Now O'Hanison playing defense on Robert Morris. Robert Morris into the zone. Kick all the way across. Colmore gets his leg on it and knocks it away. Now Ben Duran crosses his own blue line into the zone, leaving his team for a line change. The captain, Ethan Scardina, on the ice for the Falcons. Kabanoff also in the forecheck. It's a T-check for the Falcons. Kabanoff up in front of Dylan Milan in the goal. Scardina feeding back. Now they're going for the press. Eric Parker gets hold of the puck to Scardina. Scardina with the stick, trying to get it wide. Can't clear it. Fighting against the boards. Kabanoff now into Santawana. Santawana outskates the defender. Gets the puck in and around. Chasing this one. Possibly icing is the call. Yes, it is. Brandon Santawana with the icing sends the puck back into the Falcon zone. A lot of neutral zone play to start the first period. Now we're 6 minutes, 20 seconds left in the first, and more end-to-end style play, especially for the Falcons. Possession time for Bowling Green has been very high, especially in Robert Morris's zone. It seems like when BG gets all 5 guys inside the opponent blue line, it's hard for them to shake it. Jack Blake, round to Kabanoff. Kabanoff back to Blake. Blake up to Jaden Grant. Grant to Scardina. Scardina the center. Again to Kabanoff. Kabanoff, good pass back to Blake at the point. At the point, shot to Scardina. Scardina almost gets it through. More of a block actually from him as he stopped the puck dead off of his stick. This one cleared into Trent Wilson. Wilson of the Colonials. Knocks it behind the goal. Colmore fields. Parker to Zonka. Zonka near side, giving chase. Good hit on the boards to Thomas Haynes. Gets the puck to Stjernberg. Stjernberg back around to Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer to Zonka. Zonka, Niedermeyer, Jaden Grant, the line. Gustav Stjernberg with the shot. It was a good shot there. Good shot for a rebound. Zonka can't get in good enough. Now he fans on this slap shot. Jaden Grant back around. Zonka looking into the slot. Can he get the goal? No, he can't. It's off the block. Stjernberg looking up, gloves it. Gives it back up to the rest of the white jerseys Dielstra knocks it free. Now George Krotiris. Back for Robert Morris, taking it easy behind his own goal. High-paced game between the Falcons and the Colonials. 1-1, 4:46 left to play. This one up, off the pad. Jack Blake gets it to O'Hara. O'Hara back to Waters. Waters is trying to get it out of the zone. Again, hard forecheck from Robert Morris. A lot of forechecking in this game, trying to force turnovers. Gabriel Lunn with the puck now, trying to go for a line change, but the puck ends up at his feet, so he's got to play it. He holds it behind Dylan Milan. Off the half wall, back around. Now trying to take it through the zone. Colmore stops, gloves, gives his team a break, and opts for a face-off to his left. 4 minutes left to play in the first period. 1-1 still the score. 2 goals within the first 2 minutes off of Thomas Haynes and Maxwell Martin. And that's how we end up here. A lot of intermediate play, I would say. A couple of good scoring chances from the Falcons. Almost none for Robert Morris. Michael Felsing is kicked out of the faceoff. BG wins it. Gets it across to Maxwell Martin. Martin bullied on the near side boards. Felsing comes up with the puck now. Cross to McKay-Hayes. McKay-Hayes to Shankula. Shankula knocks it through the zone. Now Martin. Through and into the O-zone for the Falcons. Across to Parker. Parker, shot. Off the mid-wall. Back to Maxwell Martin. Martin to Felsing. Felsing wears a hit, gets the puck free. Colmore pretends like he's going to make the play, but leaves it for his forwards. Parker can't get it across. This one back to the point. Ladane is blocked by Eric Parker. Parker into the zone. BG goes for a line change. Faux Duran and Ozar on the ice now with Sternberg and Dalton Norris as the defenseman. Norris into the zone. Duran and Faux chasing it down. Across. Ozar with the check, but can't finish it. Puck goes to Robert Morris. Near side. Gustav Sternberg with another hit. That's 3 unofficial hits on the game just from counting it in my head. Easy glove from Colmore on the wrist shot from Gabriel Lunn at the blue line. And he'll stop play once again. 2:42 left to play in the first period. Score is 1-1. BG Hockey in the Slater Family Ice Arena with Ben Korak from the Falcon Media Sports Network. If you want to listen to BG Volleyball broadcast from the Stroh Center, go to Falcon Radio. Chaz McNeil, Andrew Smith on the call there. BG Hockey can only hope for the start to their season, as Bowling Green Volleyball has had the start to their MAC season. 5-0 for BG Volleyball. 2-0 for the Falcons. They will have that for at least another week after 2 exhibition games, today against Robert Morris and Sunday against Simon Fraser. This puck is gloved off of the quick face-off from Dylan Milan. And it will be another face-off to the right of the junior goaltender. Colmore almost looks somewhat bored in the Bowling Green defensive end, just to show that the Falcons have dominated possession and kept most of their possession inside of the O-zone. Production line on for the Falcons. And once again, Michael Felsing, I'm sorry, this time it's Cameron Garvey, but he's kicked out of the faceoff, and then promptly the next man up loses it to Bowling Green. Breck McKinley, defenseman with forward speed, gets it around to Pasanen. Pasanen, the shot, couldn't be knocked down by Ville Amonen. Bump here, Pasanen trying to keep it in, gives it up to McKinley. McKinley to Imonen, Imonen to O'Hara. O'Hara's knocked out of the zone. Gabriel Lunn throws it in. Ben Wozni back around. perfectly placed is the defenseman. Now Isengard around. Checking from Ryan O'Hara, gets the puck and into the boards. Now O'Hara gets it out to Brody Waters. Waters off the boards, clears the blue zone. So all the Robert Morris jerseys have to get around, but the Falcons with a little bit of an odd man rush here. Ben Wozni takes it all the way in, but can't complete a point. Now this one is a chance. Is it in? Yes, it is. The lamp goes off. Owen Ozar didn't know that he had the goal. I believe that was Owen Ozar. But a lot of confusion here in the Slater Family Ice Arena. There was a chance in front. That may have been Jackson Niedermayer wearing number 12 instead of 22. Referees judging this one, and I think they're going to say no goal. I don't know why the lamp went off. None of the players on the ice thought it was a goal. So Niedermayer does not get credit for his first point of the season. Instead, it will just simply be a face-off in the O-zone for the Falcons, and maybe it looks like they're going to look at this one and see if it was actually a goal. So booth review for the first time in the Slater Arena in 2024-2025. Again, if you want to listen to BG Volleyball, go to Falcon Radio on bgfalconmedia.com. Listen to that game. Chaz McNeil and Andrew Smith on the call. BG versus Eastern Michigan in the Stroh Center. So referees quickly come out. Going to explain this to the Robert Morris bench first. No goal. The call stands. So an operator error on the lamp. BG score is tied, the volleyball score I should say, is tied 25-25 in the third set. Both teams, Eastern and Bowling Green, with a set split. So 1-1 the sets, 25-25 the score. First two in a row will take the victory and extend their lead in sets to 1. The Falcons tied with Robert Morris Colonials 1-1, a minute left. Referees still talking over how they're going to enforce an operator error, and they'll rule that the faceoff will leave the zone into center ice. Bowling Green not happy with that. They think they should have got it in the O-zone, which I agree with because the play was happening clearly in front of Dylan Milan before the lamp went off and play was stopped. But I suppose it is only fair that it happens on the Bowling Green favored side of the neutral zone. Willie arguing with the referee, wants that extra 40 yards or so, but he won't get it. Arguing with the referee almost never works. Nevertheless, the Falcons win the faceoff, get it into the zone. Scardino with the hit on the near side boards. Tries to get it to Parker, can't do it. Ville Amonen with the shot. Gloved from Dylan Milan. Low angle shot, would have been a tough ask to put that one through. Under a minute by 0.6 of a second. One and one. Trent Wilson again, that's the third time a center has been kicked out of the faceoff. And the third time that Bowling Green wins off of a lack of center in the circle for Robert Morris. O'Hara fighting for it on the boards, getting it across, can't find the slot. No white jerseys there. Robert Morris trying to get their own drive. 38 seconds left. Ben Wozni sticks it away. Parker, where's the shot on the boards? Now the Woz again, pushed over. BG fans asking for a cross check. A whistle blows. Will it be a penalty? We'll see if it is. Judging on the reaction by Braden Rourke, it will be a penalty. Yes, it will. He will go to the box for the second penalty for Robert Morris. The call from the referee Cross-checking into the boards, Ben Wozni hit the ice. So the Falcons with 23 seconds in the first period. They will have it 5-on-4. And then we'll have the rest of the penalty to start the second period. Kabanoff can't keep it in. Wozni now chases. Colmore ranges out to get the puck. 15 seconds left. Enough time for one drive from the Falcons. To the far side. Shot from Brett Foe goes wide. Sternberg and Brett Foe hit on the near side boards. Kabanoff trying to work it in, can't do it. Less than a second, the whistle blows, so does the horn, and the Falcons will exit the period with a man advantage, but the score being 1-1. 16 shots on goal for the Falcons, 1 goal for them. 7 shots on goal for Robert Morris, 1 goal for them. We will bring you intermission report in a few moments on WBGU 88.1 FM.
I'm Ryan O'Hara on the BG hockey team. I got 4 favorite restaurants here. My first one, Frickers, because of the frickin' chicken. My second one, Kermit's, because it's great breakfast food. My third one, The Row. It's great. It stays open late and has great food. And my fourth one is Juniper. It's great to go in the afternoon, and they have a really good name that too.
Looking for a BGSU Athletics talk radio show? Tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m., where a panel of Falcon Media Sports Network members discuss the hottest BG sports topics. Only on WBGU 88.1 FM. In Bowling Green football's 41-17 season opening victory over Fordham on August 29th, junior Justin Pegues set a program record with a 100-yard kickoff return touchdown on the first play of the game. Falcon Media Sports Network's Reese Patricus had the call on Falcon Radio.
Go back up and field it on the goal line. Trying to take it to the right, got some blocks, got a hole. Peg was down the far sideline, and he's got space in front of him. 10, 5, touchdown BG brings back the opening kickoff. What a way to start the season.
This has been a Falcon Media Sports Network featured call. Welcome on into the intermission report here in the Cooling Center. I am Tyler Kavlitz, joined by Reese Patricus. And Reese, very interesting start to this game. You had an early penalty. I believe it was Ryan O'Hara goes to the box. Robert Morris gets a goal. BG then gets a goal to notch it up. We still are not exactly sure. We'll get into that, who scored that goal. But what are your big takeaways from the first half? I guess I shouldn't say half. It is a period in hockey. First period of action here between Bowling Green and Robert Morris.
Yeah, so I guess first off, I just want to say there were a lot of penalties, or not a lot, but there were a couple penalties right there to open it right out of the gate. It was 4-on-4 there for a minute, 4-on-4 hockey there for a minute. I like the aggressiveness so far that BG has shown. They have 10 shots on goal already, just through the first period, and then you have the goal as well by mystery BG Falcon hockey player. So I like the aggressiveness that this team is showing out of the gate in game number 3 of the Willie era, and it sounds at least to me like they're starting to put on a pretty nice show in front of the BG faithful for the first time.
Yeah, and before we get into that goal, I really liked what you said there, the Willie era. I feel like if you had one criticism of the Ty Eigner era, it was the aggressiveness of Bowling Green. And we're not watching the game. We are listening to the voice of Falcon hockey, Ben Korak's call, but you can just tell this team is a more aggressive team by nature. They are trying to press the action constantly, and that's a really exciting new thing to see out of this team.
Yeah, and I think that's part of what makes hockey so fun is when you see them pressing the puck, trying to get into the offensive zone, trying to put the ball on the net as many times as humanly possible. That's what makes it fun outside of, seeing people get slammed into the boards is pretty cool too. But if you're not a fan of the violence, then seeing the pressure be applied constantly is what's fun. And like you said, that's one of the things that maybe wasn't so fun about the Ty Eigner era. So, it's a breath of fresh air, I guess you could say. And it sounds like they're already off to a pretty hot start, at least in that department.
So the first goal was scored just 59 seconds into the game by Robert Morris. They gave it to Thomas Haynes. That was technically an even strength goal. I believe it was 4-on-4 though. So, even strength, if you will say. But Bowling Green didn't take that long to respond, about 4 minutes into it. We're saying mystery because who they announced scored the goal on social media versus the live stats took a little bit to get going. When those came back, it said different player. So on the social media side, we believed that it was Maxwell Martin who scored the goal. Now, when the live stats finally came back on, it said that Dalton Norris scored the goal. So we're not exactly sure which Falcon scored that, but that doesn't really change the result. It is still a 1-1 game. And like you said, 10 shots on goal compared to Robert Morris's 5. 17-7 overall in that shot category. Robert Morris does lead blocks 3-1, so you got that there. But overall, this Bowling Green team's really been putting the pressure on individual shots. Sternberg has 3 shots, 2 on goal. Zunka has 2 shots, 2 on goal. Looks like Niedermeyer, he also has a shot. Brett Foe, 2 shots, 1 shot on goal. Dawn Norris, 2 shots, 2 shots on goal. May have a goal. We don't know for sure. And then after that, you have Ryan O'Hara, my pick to score a goal, has 1 shot. Parker with 2. Pasanen with 1. And McKinley with 1 shot on goal, along with Imonen, the transfer in. So really spreading the wealth throughout this Bowling Green team so far. But interestingly, Reese, this is the only game on the slate for the CCH8 here today is Bowling Green Robert Morris. Yesterday, St. Thomas fell to St. Cloud State 1-0. Tomorrow, though, it's going to be a packed slate. Ferris State goes up against Western Michigan. Lake Superior State against a USA hockey team. The University of Alaska Fairbanks face off against Michigan Tech. St. Thomas back on the ice against the University of Vermont. Merrimack against Minnesota State. Augustana, a newer member to the conference, against LIU. Bemidji against St. Cloud State. And Northern Michigan against Colorado.
Yeah, you mentioned it was the only game going on in CCHA today, but it is not the only game going on in Bowling Green. You got Ben's been plugging it throughout the broadcast. Volleyball's over at the Stroh Center playing Eastern Michigan. They are currently down 2-0 in the 4th set. It looks like they're down 2 sets to 1 to those Eagles.
And that was a long, now that I'm looking at it, 3rd set. He had mentioned 25-25, 30-28. Eastern Michigan wins that 3rd set.
And now 3-0 in this 4th set. Chaz McNeil, Artie Abrego on the call over on Falcon Radio. If you guys are tired of listening to us, you guys can go tune in over there real quick. And then also, it wasn't here in town, but up in Kalamazoo, women's soccer fell to Western Michigan 4-0. A brutal game for those Lady Falcons. But there's really nothing you can do in that situation except have a short-term memory, get over it, and then move on to the next one because we're starting to get down to the nitty-gritty of the soccer season.
Yeah, and if you are a BG soccer fan or fanatic, that one's an interesting one. Peyton O'Malley, the freshman, still in goal for Bowling Green. Madison Vukas injured a few matches ago. They're calling it a finger injury for her. She's very solid when she's in the net, but untested territories a little bit with the freshman back there against a very good Western Michigan team. But it is a tough loss for them, but they'll have to battle another one coming up here real soon. Over on Robert Morris's side, we talked about the shots for Bowling Green. There has not been too much of one player doing a lot. Thomas Haynes had the goal. He leads them with 2 shots. After that, you have 5 players with 1 shot each. So that is a lot more of spreading the wealth over there. You haven't really seen a Robert Morris player take over the action and try to overwhelm this Bowling Green defense.
Yeah, it looks like they're just playing some team hockey, trying to find someone who has the perfect angle to get a shot off on the goal. Not really, just playing some unselfish hockey, I guess you could say. Sharing the wealth, as we keep saying. Trying just to find somebody who's got that perfect look, maybe sneak one, and they were able to find it with Haynes there at the beginning of that period. And they've been unlucky for the last 19 minutes of the period, and I'm sure we'll see more of the same from that Robert Moore squad.
And you look at the goaltenders. Cole Moore has 4 saves, did allow that early goal, so an 80% save percentage for him. On the other side, for Robert Morris, it's going to be Dylan Milan. He has 9 saves and that 1 goal allowed. So that is a 90% save percentage for him. So pretty good goaltending so far, except for those 2 goals. We did have the 1 operator's error on a possible BG goal, but outside of that and the few penalties early on, it's gone more to a clean game. So we will take a few minutes away here, and then when we come back, it will be the voice of Falcon hockey, Ben Korak. He'll join us. We'll go over some of the things we're going to look forward to seeing into this second period for the Bowling Green Falcons. So we will be right back in just a few minutes.
This season, Falcon Media Sports Network is partnering with WBGU PBS. We will bring you broadcasts of home matches for BGSU men's and women's soccer featuring FMSN's Lucas Kleinmeyer and Henry Costco. Head over to the WBGU PBS YouTube channel to listen in.
For all BGSU sports news and updates, follow Falcon Media Sports Network on Twitter X at BG_FMSN and head over to BGFalconMedia.com.
Miss a BGSU sports broadcast? Head over to the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel to listen to past calls by Falcon Media Sports Network.
Back here in the Cooling Center studios, Tyler Kavlitz along with Reese Patrikas, and we are now joined by the voice of Falcon hockey, Ben Korak. He's been calling the past period of action. And Ben, what are your big takeaways from that first period of action for Bowling Green?
Yeah, I love the way that Bowling Green was able to dominate possession, and not just in holding onto the puck as much as possible. It was they were holding onto the puck in the O-zone. They were able to keep the puck inside of the blue line and be able to get, the discrepancy in shots and shots on goal is just immense. And that's due to them just having the puck more. They've also had more face-off wins than losses. They have 9 face-off wins and 6 face-off losses. And they've forced the goaltender, Dylan Milan, to make some glove saves and force the face-offs to come in the Robert Morris zone and opposed in their own zone. And they've been able to stay on sides and not ice the puck as well, which is going to be very key for them to staying in this game. And just possessing the puck has been very huge for them, and I think that's definitely something they should look to keep going.
And we touched on the Dennis Williams era during that intermission report. This is your first time seeing the team in person. So what are the biggest differences you've seen from this Willie team versus what you saw with the team under Ty Eigner last season?
Yeah, I think last year they had a number of penalties occur early to mid-season, and they kind of got scared to be aggressive. And you guys touched on this earlier in the intermission report that you guys did a fantastic job of, was just being aggressive. And we've seen probably 3 hits from Gustav Stjernberg so far in this game. We've seen very high pressure, especially on the forecheck and the Falcons' O-zone when they don't have the puck, forcing some pucks loose. Ethan Scardina did a great job of that last year. He's already started to do a great job of that this year as well. Matvei Kabanov did a very good job of that. as well. Brett Foe did some good jobs. So being aggressive on pucks, being aggressive on bodies is going to be very huge, and I think that's something that going forward they should look for as well. In the limited range of time that you don't have the puck, just make sure you're being as aggressive as possible, putting a body on the guy with the puck, and good things will happen when you force turnovers.
And of course, you did quite a bit of research on Robert Morris. If you have not seen, we have a preview for all of these matches, or all these games, that'll be up on bgfalconmedia.com. After doing your prep on this Robert Morris team, anything jump out to you, surprise you that you saw from them in the first 20 minutes of action?
Not too much. I don't think they were given an opportunity to show any of the strengths of the team because Bowling Green held the puck for so long. I mean that's just the truthful answer, and it's not the biased answer. It is just the truthful answer. That not a whole lot of players. I mean, Thomas Haynes had a very nice wrist shot on the near side, put it in a perfect spot, but there wasn't a whole lot of playmaking that went into that. There wasn't a whole lot of setup. It was just a defensive breakdown on the side of Bowling Green. And then since they killed that penalty and since that goal, they have been nothing short of fantastic, especially defensively. They haven't allowed a whole lot of chances. 5 shots on goal recorded. I mean, that even feels generous. So they've done a very good job of limiting Robert Morris to the point that we can't even tell what Robert Morris's strengths are.
Well, now just a few minutes away from puck drop for the second period. We are 1/3 the way down of the first game at the newly renovated Slater Family Ice Arena in the 2024-2025 season. So we'll take another short little break and then get back for Ben Korak on the call. Thank you for joining us, Ben, and we'll hear you back on the radio in just a few minutes.
Of course, guys.
BGSU Men's Soccer's Bennett Painter.
BG Men's Soccer will look to stay hot as they battle the Drake Bulldogs on Saturday, October 12th. Catch up Falcon Media Sports Network's Henry Costco and Chas McNeil on the call at 6:45 for pregame and kickoff at 7 p.m. on WBGU 88.1 FM.
1-1 game here in the Slater Family Ice Arena. Bowling Green versus Robert Morris. BG has dominated possession in the first period, gave up a very early goal, and has been just simply lights out since. And then a mystery goal from the Falcons. We don't really know who it was on. I thought originally it was on for Adam Shankula. Then we received word from the social media page for BG Hockey that it was Maxwell Martin, his first of the year, but then on the live stats it is Dalton Norris. So we got 3 options there. We'll see if one of those stands for the game and for stats, but nevertheless, the Falcons drop puck in the second period, and they have a 5-on-4 advantage due to the late penalty from Braden Rourke. Dalton Norris now at the point, feeds it across, searching for Waters in the middle. He gets it to it, but a good stick work by Robert Morris. Kabanoff back to Dalton Norris at the point on the CCHA logo, now blocked. Back across to O'Hara. O'Hara into Waters. Waters with good stick work, can't keep it across. Now tips it back out to O'Hara. O'Hara spins it back around to Duran. Duran to Norris. Norris to Kabanoff. Kabanoff near side. Over the middle to Waters. Waters, Norris. Norris to Imonen. Imonen fans on the pass. They keep it inside the blue zone. 40 seconds left in the power play. Only a minute into the first period. Kabanoff with the shot, and it's saved by Dylan Milan. Great slap shot on the near side. We'll take a step back for a quick station identification.
Hi, this is Tom Hamilton, voice of the Cleveland Indians. You're listening to all the high-flying action of Falcon Sports on 88.1 WBGU.
BG back in the face-off circle. Ethan Scardina, fantastic in that realm last year, but doesn't win this one. Leaves it to Michael Craig. Back up the ice. Wozni has a beat on it. He collects it in the defensive zone for BG. BG now going right to left with this drive. Wozni up the ice to Brett Foe. Brett Foe outskates the defense, but can't get to the puck. Now a good slap here. Where's the hit? Gets it away. Ben Wozni with the shot. Tipped by Robert Morris. Wozni back to Sternberg. Sternberg back to Wozni. Number 2 and number 5 loses the puck. Can't get a clean pass to Scardina. Coming out of the box is Braden Rourke to try and intercept that pass from Cole Moore, but strong stick work from the goaltender. Maxwell Martin knocks it through, possibly a goal scorer in this game. Again, it's going to be a joke source, as we really don't know who the goal for the Falcons was on, but nevertheless, the score is 1-1. Krieger near side to the top. Pasanen with the shot, deflected wide from Milan. Milan, the shot from Martin. Martin near side, can't get it through. Had a wide open goal, but Milan shut the door on it. This one might be a tripping penalty on the Falcons that are offside. We're hoping it's tripping. Or I'm sorry, we're hoping it's an offside. That looks like it'll be an offside. So both teams will change lines. I'm sorry, only the Falcons will change lines, so they get fresh skaters. Robert Morris will keep their same guys on the ice. Jaden Grant for the faceoff. Catches it, forces it back. Cameron Garvey loses. Now this one to O'Hara. Inside, blocked by Robert Morris. Kicks out to Cody Mons. Cody Mons into their O-zone, gives it back up to the Falcons. BG dominating possession early in the second period. 17:30 left to play. Can they come up with this one? Niedermeyer across. Can't find a white jersey. George Grotiris comes up with it. Now fights it on the boards with Adam Zonka from the Falcons. Exhibition game between the Falcons and the Robert Morris Colonials. Was a regular scheduled game, but due to some scheduling errors, they had to count an exhibition, so they didn't have too many games played. Now a great chance from the Falcons. Adam Zonka on the odd man breakaway. The shot deflected by Milan. Gloved and dropped down is Owen Ozar. That was a great chance from the Falcons. He gives this one up. 2-on-2 down the ice. Walter Zacher is forced away by Nick O'Hanison. Brett Foe now forces the puck away. O'Hanison still bullying Robert Morris. Multiple players on that one. Caught the body of O'Hanison. He gets the puck away. White jerseys trying to get it out of their defensive zone. They're able to do so. Into the neutral zone. Brett Foe wears a whole hit on the near boards. McKay Hayes knocks it back across. Kept up by the Falcons. Can they possess it? No, they can't. Again, Walter Zacher inside. Can't get a shot off. Beautiful defense from Tommy Pasanen. Shoves it into the net. Gloved by Cole Moore. Face off in BG's D zone. Another one-on-one chance. 2 in a row for Walter Zacher, but Pasanen with good defense both times, manning the one-on-one, forcing the puck away, and Zacher body to the near side boards. Face-off won by Robert Morris. Another shot. Rourke can't land it. The Falcons, a lot of smacking, trying to get the puck away. Scardina tries to horseshoe it across. Oh, what a hit from Tommy Pasanen. He gets the puck away. Scardina comes up with it to Norris. Norris back to Scardina. Scardina race to the puck. Can't get it in time. Tom Gangle hits the ice. No penalty called. Could have been. Stick a little bit low from Scardina. Robert Morris defense gets it away. They possess the puck. Gavin Goulash up. And now back to the Falcons. Dalton Norris not taking a second behind the net. He takes it right back out, keeping the pressure up. Pass to Ville Imonen, goes through. O'Hara fighting behind the net. Back to Imonen. Imonen at the top, looking for a pass, gets it to O'Hara. O'Hara behind the net. Turns it back around to Norris. Norris keeps it inside the blue line. Shot is blocked off of the line. O'Hara back to Norris. Norris streaking in. An offensive defenseman for the Falcons. Now Robert Morris into the zone. Off of the half wall, leaves it for Norris. Norris behind the net. Takes it out the near side. O'Hara through the neutral zone. Great pass up to Brody Waters in the middle. He can't hold on. Stick save from Dylan Milan. Waters had the position, but was trying to one-hand his stick and also trying to get a good shot on goal. This will be a good chance from Robert Morris. The shot is saved from Cole Moore on a straight-up shot. The Falcons will take a face-off again in their zone. They started the period with dominating possession. Now we're 5 minutes and 45 seconds into the period, and possession has kind of swung to 50-50. Robert Morris has had some pretty good chances in the last couple, more than the Falcons, but the Falcons have had 2 shots on goal this period to Robert Morris's 1. Still 1-1. Referees trying to mend a chunk in the ice in the Slater Family Ice Arena so nobody trips on it or the puck doesn't take a bad hop. Thomas Haynes, the goal from Robert Morris, their first and only mystery goal for the Falcons. We don't really know who it was on, but for right now we'll say it was Dalton Norris. That's who the live stats say scored the goal. Falcons back in the circle. Ben Duran for the faceoff. His first faceoff attempt of the day. He goes against Walter Zacher. Loses it to the right winger, taking the faceoff. Robert Morris doing a better job of maintaining possession. This one's a knock-in. Cameron Garvey couldn't get a stick on it, I should say. Ben Duran leaves it across for Robert Morris. Falcons come up with the puck. Now clears it out of the zone. Ben Wozni has the best position out of any of the Falcons. He chases it in, but leaves it for Luke Van Wy. Decides to play a defensive game. Eric Parker back around. Duran bodies Garvey on the near side boards. Trying to get it back up to Elliott. Ozar intercepts. Robert Morris keeps it in. Great pass between the legs. The shot is saved by Cole Moore. Odd play there. Kicked out to the blue line. 3 Colonials had already exited the zone. Stick pass between the legs. But no goal for Robert Morris. So a couple of very nice chances for Robert Morris. Even though it's only a 1-1 game, it feels like the Falcons have dominated. And they have in the shots on goal department, also in possession department. Again, NCAA doesn't keep track of this. Braden Krieger on the breakaway. Odd man rush. Can he get it through? No, he can't. Pass over the middle to Maxwell Martin. Martin wears a check. And a man rush on the boards results in a rush the other way for George Kurtairis. Kurtairis can't get it in. Cody Mons loses it to Maxwell Martin. Martin can't hold on to it. Gives it back to Braden Krieger. Krieger, an extra skater a lot last year. He finds his way into the lineup today. Adam Zilka with the skate. Tries to first touch it like a soccer player. Knocks it into the O-zone a bit too far. The Blue Jackets take hold. Now Niedermeyer to Jaden Grant. Grant back to Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer can't hold on. Now Grant pushes against the boards. Falcons take control at the point. Shot wide of Dylan Milan. Dalton Norris to Niedermeyer. BG holds possession but takes it out into the neutral zone. Now Norris back into his D zone. High pressure from Robert Morris. The pass can't be held on to by Adam Zonka. If they completed that pass, they would have had a 3-on-2 rush. Instead, they get a face-off on the icing. 25 total shots for the Falcons, only 10 for the Colonials. 12 shots on goal to 7 is what we will see a lot out of Willie's offense. There's a lot of shots on goal, a lot of chances. The direct departure from what we saw from Ty Eigner, which was get the perfect chance. If it happens to be very minimal times a game, that's fine. You'll have a high percentage shot. Who's to say which one's better? Just a different way of playing the game. Falcons have found success so far this season, 2-0 on the year. 2 wins against Mercyhurst. To come from behind, taking it to overtime. Brett Foe earned his first game-winning goal of the season through that game. Now the Falcons end in the neutral zone, chips it up. Pop fly handled by Gabriel Lunn. Lunn up the ice. He connects. Robert Morris with no chance because the Goose was there just in time. Sternberg near side, fighting for it. Kabanov, quite a strong forward. Very impressed with his power. He's not afraid to back down from body contact. Luke Van Wy dodges a hit from Scardina. Scardina does not feel good about that one as he hits mostly board. This one's a shot blocked by the Goose again. Now up top and gloved by Cole Moore. Braden Rourke with the shot from the point. Hanging slap shot from him and another face-off in the zone of the Falcons. BG's won 13 face-offs. They've lost only 9. A recurring theme from last year carrying over into this year. They led in face-off wins in the first 2 games. They lead the CCHA in face-off wins as well. O'Hara battles, gets it to Wozni. Wozni pushes it across. Brody Waters a little bit out of position, so he couldn't get a hold of this one. Forecheck from the Falcons. Cody Mons loses it to Ohanesen. Ohanesen trying to get it to Ryan O'Hara. Now O'Hara crashes in on the half wall, gets it away. Good pass from Brody Waters off the boards and back. Ryan O'Hara with the one-on-one, and he's blocked by Trevor Ladane. O'Hara loses the stick, has to go collect it. Brody Waters gets a hold of it now. O'Hara, oh, that should have been interference. O'Hara with another chance, couldn't get it through. O'Hara was shoved far away from the puck. And a courtesy shot thrown up by Ben Wozni. And it'll be a face-off in the Falcons zone. I think Robert Morris got away with one there. O'Hara found the slot perfectly, but wore a hit before the puck even got to him. So 1-1 the game. 10 minutes left in the period, almost halfway through the second. Shankula wins it to Krieger. Krieger then loses it outright to Thomas Haynes. Haynes back across. Martin back to Krieger. Krieger can't hold on. Shankula giving chase. Quite a tall forward. Very lanky. A long reach. Pushes this one back into the O-zone. Only one white jersey in the O-zone, so the puck will go back out to Walter Zacher. Zacher near side. Trying to get the puck loose. Can't do it. Krieger pokes it around to Pasanen. Pasanen checkmated by Robert Morris players. The blue coming out too strong. Good pass off the boards from Braden Krieger to Braden Krieger. He gets it out of the zone, lets BG collect themselves. They will go for a line change. Fresh set of skaters. Niedermeyer immediately goes to forecheck. Forces the pass to be sent way long. Adam Zonka. Jaden Grant near side, back to Zonka. Zonka in his own zone loses the puck into the netting. The whistle will blow, so will the horn, indicating we are past the 10-minute mark, and the media timeout will commence. 1-1, still the score. 2 early goals from the Falcons in the first period. We've seen none since. WBGU 88.1 FM.
There were 2 sweeps for Bowling Green Volleyball this weekend, one of Western Michigan and the other of the MAC Weekly Awards. Falcons sought revenge in the form of Western Michigan, their opponent in the MAC Championship loss in 2023. This time they got the advantage over the Broncos, taking the first match in 5 sets. They then capped off their weekend with a clinical sweep of the Broncos the next day, sweeping the MAC Championship favorites 3-0 in the second game. Their efforts also earned the Falcons a sweep of the MAC Volleyball Weekly Awards. Senior Mia Tyler earned the Offensive Player of the Week for her 51 kills in 3 games against Western Michigan and Toledo. Fifth-year Alexis Mattil earned the Defensive Player of the Week award with her 11 total blocks, and Amanda Otten earned the Setter of the Week award with her 132 sets in the 3 games. This has been 60 Seconds at Falcon Athletics.
Bowling Green and Robert Morris locked up at 1. Exhibition game in Slater Family Ice Arena, the first contest of the 2024-2025 season. I'm Ben Korak from the Falcon Media Sports Network. For all BGSU sports news and updates, go to bgfalconmedia.com or BG_FMSN on Twitter, including recaps and previews of all BGSU hockey games. Bowling Green came out very strong, especially in the first period, dominated possession. Robert Morris came out in the second, allowed continued strength from the Falcons, and then kind of turned it around, and has been about 50-50 from around the 16-minute mark to now the 9-minute mark left in the period. So less than half of the period left to play. False start on the faceoff. Mitch Dielstra for Robert Morris, loses it to the Falcons. Sternberg back around, O'Hara deep, calling for it. Gets through over the Robert Morris, but another blue jersey was backing him up. Michael Craig leaves it up the ice, tipped up from Dalton Norris into the netting. And the Falcons will reset in their own zone. They will also go for a line change. Santawana, Kombadov, and Ethan Scardina on the ice with Eric Parker and Ben Wozni as the defensemen. Michael Felsing for Robert Morris. Ethan Scardina for the Falcons. Felsing comes up with the best of Scardina. Quick over the middle to the Falcons. They can't clear it. Now another shot from Felsing, high, gloved by Cole Moore, who also pushed the defenseman at the end of that play. But we'll go for a face-off again. It's getting a little bit chippy, just slightly. Not to the level that we saw last year, especially in CCHA play. We all know how rough that gets. 2 early penalties, both occurring within the first 2 minutes. Then we got a penalty with seconds left in the first period that carried over into the second. We've had no penalties since. Good glove save by Cole Moore. Looks it right in like a first baseman with a similar looking first baseman's mitt on his left hand. Third best goalie in the CCHA last year, just narrowly behind Blake Pietola from Michigan Tech, who as a senior was absolutely fantastic in the net for the Huskies. Passanen across to Ozar. Ozar tips it up. Falcons hold on to it. Now a free break from Ben Duran. Can he fill it? No, he can't. Puck back to Breck McKinley. Good chance from Ben Duran. Tips up and in! Breck McKinley from the point, tipped in. And the Falcons take a 2-1 lead. Brett Foe leads the high five line. That's his 3rd goal of the season. The scoring prowess continues for Brett Foe in this new season. 2 goals against Mercyhurst in the second game. Now 1 against Robert Morris. 2-1 the score. Falcons over Colonials. Sternberg now behind. Good stick work from the defenseman to keep it around. Wow, he is putting Trent Wilson on skates, so to speak, even though they all are. Defenseman with that stick work is a dangerous combination. Sternberg again gets it back around to Brody Waters. My gosh, he's just putting on a clinic with the stick right now. This one up to Ryan O'Hara. And a nice shove on the near side that could have been interference. Wouldn't have necessarily been a bad call. But Bowling Green benefits from that one. Now O'Hara gets the puck away, but the play is blown dead. We'll see what the call is. And the box opens for the Falcons. Ben Wozni will head to the sin box. I'm confused on what the call may have been. So the issues with the scoring system in the Slater Family Ice Arena continue, as the last goal scored by the Falcons was a shot from the point from Breck McKinley that was tipped in by Brett Foe. Now on the scorecard they say that Owen Ozar gets credit for the goal, so we will update you if that changed, but know that what I saw was a goal from Brett Foe, his third of the year. Hopefully that stands and he gets credit for his third goal of the season. But Robert Morris now with 1:40 left in a power play as Ben Wozni heads to the bench. Still don't know what the call is. We'll wait for an update on that front. Good move on the inside from Walter Zacher. Kick save from Cole Moore. So again, Michael Craig, the defenseman, taking it easy for Robert Morris. Now he feeds it up the ice to Dielstra. Dielstra back across, defensive breakdown for the Falcons, but nobody there. Zacher wings it across to Dominic Elliott, another defenseman. This one is intercepted by the Falcons. Maxwell Martin pushes it through the zone. Robert Morris will have to reset. They go for a slight line change. Van Wy, near side, back to Dielstra. Dielstra at the point, pressured by Braden Krieger. He has to get it away. A couple of zigzag passes. This one again blocked by the Falcons. Braden Krieger wears it off the hand, off the stick. His stick breaks in half and is laying on the ice in pieces. The referee takes it off as Robert Morris is down to their last 25 seconds with a man advantage. Breck McKinley across to Brandon Santawana. He has it cleanly, ices it back up the ice. Oh, but it goes out of play and into the box where Ben Wozni sits. So Ben Wozni was sent to the bench, or sent to the penalty box for a bench minor, meaning that either the bench said something wrong to the referee or something that the referee didn't like, or they had too many men on the ice, which is also a possibility with the way that live stats have been here in the Slater Family Ice Arena. But the 2 minutes is all that matters. 10 seconds left. Robert Morris surprisingly taking it very slow. They get this one up to Felsing. Felsing down the near side through the neutral zone. Wozni back on the ice. So full strength for the Falcons, able to kill this penalty power play off. Michael Craig leaves it up. Cole Moore with the easiest save of his life. This one up to Passanen, but intercepted by Robert Morris. They take a shot. Saved by Cole Moore. Face off in the Falcons' defensive zone. 2-1 off of the goal by, well, look to me to be Brett Foe. Well, look to Brett Foe to be Brett Foe, given his celebration and his leading of the high five line. But credit given to Owen Ozar. We'll see if that stands. Ben Duran for the face-off. One loss for Duran. He wins this one back to Eric Parker. Parker up the ice, trying to find Foe. He does. Foe over the middle. Near side of the ice. Looking for a pass. He's pressed into the boards. Morris trying to come up with it. Now Foe. Back to Ben Duran. Duran near side. Pressured away. Tip is blocked. Nice glove save by Dylan Milan. Pushing at the end of that play between Thomas Haynes and Owen Ozar. Quite a funny looking sight to see there, as Owen Ozar is only about 5'8", and Thomas Haynes is a good 6'2", so showing Owen Ozar's very small stature but high strength. Saw that a lot last year, especially with his propensity for fighting. Now Ozar goes in for the face-off, loses it as Ben Duran gets kicked out. Dobelair across to Cole Moore, and an easy save from him as well. Moore pushing and shoving. This one looks like it's Cody Mons who pushed Cole Moore at the end of that play. Falcons taking exception to that. Referee puts his hand up. Somebody might be being sent off. And we'll see who it is because there's arguing going on. Referee might have taken exception to something that was said, but maybe not. So the players are all going back to their bench for line changes. Patrick Johnson in the middle of that play. The middle of Bowling Green taking exception to whatever happened to Cole Moore at the end of that play. Kabanoff over the middle to Scardina. Scardina leaves it back for Kabanoff. Beautiful pass across to Breck McKinley. McKinley with the shot. And Dylan Milan does it again. So Milan has been pretty good in this game. 2 goals allowed, 17 saves, .895 save percentage, already above his save percentage for the entirety of last season, but Cole Moore has been better. 1 goal allowed very early, but with 12 saves and a .923 save percentage for him. A lot of pressing on the boards. Back hit from Brody Waters as he tries to get the puck free. Sorry, that's Jaden Grant. Grant does it. Gets it to Breck McKinley. McKinley taking it down the near side boards. Feeds it over the middle, but can't get it through. Now he comes back up with it. Passes back to the point. Pasanen trying to find an opening. He shoots. Kick save by Dylan Milan. Robert Morris comes back up with it. BG can't catch the body to get it wide. Now Niedermeyer stops the puck with his stick. Gives it back to Wilson. Wilson now up the ice. Trent Wilson leaves it across. Adam Zunka forces the puck away to Cole Moore. Cole Moore gloves it off of barely a shot. And the faceoff will go to the right of the sophomore goaltender. 3 minutes, 50 seconds left to play in the second period. 2-1 BG over Robert Morris off of the goal scored by what I hope to be recorded as Brett Foe, although on the score sheet right now it says Owen Ozar. BG again through exhibition match against Robert Morris. Not counting for record, but winning is winning. You still want to get a win as well. They'll be 2-0 for at least the next week until they play Western Michigan and Rochester Institute of Technology on away stretch next Thursday and Saturday. Now Braden Krieger fights for it. Far side boards, whistle blows, maybe a penalty, cross-checking on somebody. It is not a blue jersey because it is Braden Krieger. Krieger takes exception, gets put into the box. Big check on the boards from Krieger. Trying to get the puck away, but too much, says the referee, so cross-checking is the call. 6 penalty minutes for the Falcons, counting that Krieger penalty. Only 4 for Robert Morris, 1 from Braden Rourke and 1 from Luke Van Wy. Man advantage for Robert Morris. They weren't able to capitalize on either technically because when they scored their first goal off of Thomas Haynes, it was a 4-on-4 even strength. So it does not count as a power play goal. McKinley tries to ice it, clears the zone, can't get it all the way down to the goalie. This one to Elliott. Elliott back to Cole Moore. Cole Moore leaves it around for Pasanen. Pasanen to Ozar. Ozar fakes the touch, lets it go all the way down. Milan gets tripped up by Brody Waters. Ozar back to Milan. Milan puts the glove on it, opts for a face-off in his own zone. So the Falcons, even down a man, able to maintain some level of pressure as they will now hold a face-off to the right of Dylan Milan. Milan talking to the referee and saying, hey, I was tripped back behind the net. He was able to get back in front in time. Maybe a ruling would have been made had he been late to the party, so to speak. Jaden Grant wins the face-off, but turns it over promptly to Robert Morris. Walter Zacher can't get it in the zone with multiple blue jerseys on the other side. So an offside warning. Falcons will have to ice it. They do. Minute 15 left after this puck trickles behind Milan. Milan looking on. Robert Morris not taking as much time as they originally did back behind the net. Michael Craig out. And again, the Falcons tip up. Good play by Adam Zonka. He has the room. Does he get it through? No, he doesn't. Dylan Milan reached out with the stick, pushes it away, but a penalty will be called on Michael Craig. Possibly an interference call must have occurred in front of Dylan Milan on that breakaway from Adam Zonka. A beautiful save. And a hooking will be called on Michael Craig, the captain. But again, a nice tip over the head of a Robert Morris defender and Adam Zonka. Zonka gained position. Got a nice little drive toward the net. Milan stuck out his stick at the perfect time and knocked the puck away, but the hooking call from Michael Craig nullifies any advantage that Robert Morris had for the last 50 seconds of their power play. It's now 40 seconds from BG being on their own man advantage. Brett Foe comes back with the puck to Scardina. Scardina near side to Foe. Foe tips it away. This one goes around to Crotiris. Crotiris to Scardina. Scardina chips it up into the air. Luke Van Wy up the ice now. Shot saved by Cole Moore. Robert Morris again setting it back up at the point. Ashmed leaves it wide on a bad pass. Scardina just taking his time, trying to kill the penalty. 6 seconds left. And even strength for Robert Morris now. Braden Krieger will come out of the box, skate immediately toward the bench. Ryan O'Hara will sub in. 4 forwards on the ice now for the Falcons, trying to get this goal and extend their lead to 2. O'Hara up the ice, off the body and wide, trying to ice it. Norris, he couldn't get the body on the board to stop that puck. 35 seconds left in the power play for the Falcons. Kabanoff near side to O'Hara. O'Hara with a good move, gets it back to Kabanoff. Kabanoff with a back shot chance, and he couldn't. Now Dalton Norris at the point to Villayamonin. To O'Hara. O'Hara trying to feed it over to the middle, but can't. Back to the point at Dalton Norris, running the point as the lone defenseman. Brody Waters, the shot goes high. Kabanoff on the power play, tipped up. BG has to take the puck outside of the zone. Only a handful of seconds left in the power play, now none. Oh, the puck goes toward Cameron Garvey, who was in the box. I'm sorry, that was Michael Craig who was in the box, but the whistle blows. That was lucky for the Falcons because Michael Craig had a lot of open space and the puck was trickling toward him with no white jersey in between, so it would have been a one-on-one for the defenseman against Cole Moore. Two to 1. BG and RMU able to work away 2 penalties. Now Scardina across to Duran. Duran gives a shove, gets it open. Stierenberg can't get it off before the buzzer sounds. And we head into our second intermission with a BG lead. 2 for Bowling Green, 1 for Robert Morris. WBGU 88.1 FM.
BGSU volleyball continues Mid-American Conference play at the Stroh Center on Friday, October 11th against Central Michigan. Join Falcon Media Sports Network's Chaz McNeil and Andrew Smith on the call at 5:45 for pregame and 6 p.m. for first serve on WBGU 88.1 FM.
BGSU Women's Golf wrapped up fall season play by placing 4th of a field of 13 teams at Loyola Parkinson Family Invitational, hosted by Loyola Chicago on Monday, October 7th and Tuesday, October 8th. Sophomore Sammy Dulce concluded her season by finishing tied for 3rd individually overall. Dulce's 217 score moved her to 4th in program history for the best 54-hole score ever recorded. Freshman Macy Elzinga finished her first fall season by tying 18th in individual play. The Falcons had a top 5 finish in 3 of their 4 tournaments this fall. BG Women's Golf looks forward to the spring season, picking back up in February 2025. This has been 60 Seconds in Falcon Athletics.
The BG News is Bowling Green State University's campus newspaper, published Wednesday, offering items of general interest to the broader campus community, including top local campus and city news, and state, regional, national, and international news events of significance. Key Magazine and The Obsidian are magazines that print once a semester. The BG News, publishing weekly information and entertainment from Bowling Green State University.
Back here in the Cooling Center studios, Tyler Kavlitz joining you once again with Reese Patricus. And Reese, another fun 20 minutes of action between Bowling Green and Robert Morris. When we did our first intermission report, it was tied 1-1. Bowling Green now leads 2-1, courtesy of, we initially thought, another little
snafu, I guess you could say. I think that's the right word.
Confused with the goal. We thought it was Breck McKinley had the initial goal. If you look in the box score now, they are officially giving the goal.
Looks like they're giving it to Owen Ozar.
Yeah, Owen Ozar is getting the goal on assist on even strength. So either way, Bowling Green ahead 2-1. So what are your big takeaways from the past 20 minutes of action? I guess overall the 40 minutes that we've seen so far.
Yeah, more aggressiveness. I know we touched on it a lot in the first intermission report. The tempo stayed up. You added on 13 shots on goal and 21 shots total in that second period. Maybe the aggressiveness went a little bit too far. You had 2 penalties served in that second period, but again, compared to what we're used to seeing, you can definitely say that there's improvement in that aggressiveness area. The only complaint I do have, and you can't complain too much when you're up 2-1 heading into the final period of regulation, but the power play situation. Bowling Green 0 for 3 on power plays. Those are opportunities where you have to put the puck in the goal when you have a man advantage, and they haven't been able to do that tonight.
That's definitely something we'll ask Ben Korek, voice of Falcon Hockey, about. We'll have him in the second part of our intermission report. But yeah, that is something that really stands out on the box score. 0 for 3 for BG, like you said, 0 for 3 for Robert Morris on power plays also. Bowling Green continues to lead the shot categories, both shots on goal and shots overall. 38-21 in total shots, 23-15 in shots on goal. Both teams with 3 penalties. Robert Morris still ahead in blocks, 6-4. Individual side, Bowling Green, Sternberg leads the team with 5 shots. Zilka, though, leads in shots on goal with 4. Your pick to score a goal. We thought he might have had one there for a second. Brett Foe, he does not yet. 2 shots, 1 shot on goal. My pick to score a goal. Ryan O'Hara, he's been relatively quiet for a Ryan O'Hara game. 2 shots, just 1 shot on goal. Onosar, like we said, credited with a goal. Dalton Norris, the other one, also credited with a goal. I believe that was Ben's pick. So the voice of Falcon Hockey getting one correct there. Shocker. But goaltending stayed very strong. Also, that's something we touched on at the end of the first period intermission report. Cole Moore now up to 14 saves. He did not allow goal in that second period. His save percentage up to 93.3%. On the other side, Dylan Milan, 21 saves. He did allow a goal past 20 minutes, so his save percentage down to a 91.3. So Coolmore got off to a little bit of a rough start, allowing that early goal, but he's really settled in the crease there for the Falcons.
Yeah, you let that early one past you, and I mean, even though it's just an exhibition game, that's the perfect time to let that one get past you, is at the very beginning, you get it out of the way, and he's really locked in over the last 39 minutes of game time. The Colonials put up 10 shots on goal in that second period, and he was able to stop every one of them. He's really, really settled in there following that early goal, and that's good to see because that's a guy that we're expecting to see sitting there in the crease a lot this season.
I think that's something else that we are almost forgetting here. It is an exhibition game, so everything that Bowling Green's doing here, this may be Dennis Williams, as we call him, Willie, trying stuff out.
Yeah,
it's
like a preseason game.
Yeah, it is, and it's kind of odd. Bowling Green already 2 games into their regular season, but this is a very good opportunity for this Bowling Green team to figure out different lines, figure out playing together a little more, build that chemistry, and I think you really saw it come together more in the second period. It felt like they were playing more as a unit, especially on the defensive side.
Yeah, the defense did a really good job of keeping the puck out of that offensive zone for Robert Morris. I guess their defensive zone, Robert Morris's offensive zone. And then just really as a unit as a whole, you can, point out specific moments where, the defense was a cohesive unit. The offensive unit was cohesive. But I think just overall, they've been able to pass the puck from stick to stick with ease, get it through the neutral zone into the offensive zone, keep it away in the defensive zone. I think they've done a really good job of kind of pulling it all together here. And, like we said, this is what these exhibition games are for trying things out and getting your unit flowing together, like a well-oiled machine. And I think so far this team's checking both of those boxes.
And also, one of the biggest strengths for Bowling Green last season under Ty Eigner was their face-off winning percentage. They have won 22 of the 40 here today, so they, I believe, won that category, both of their first 2 games, continuing that trend here. That's good to see. For the Falcons individually, it's Immonen. He leads in faceoffs, won with 8. Scardina having a little bit of a tough time. He's lost 6 of his 9, but overall as a unit, Bowling Green doing very well there. And another Bowling Green team playing today, volleyball. We've been keeping close eyes on this one. Unfortunately, the Falcons have fallen in 5 sets to Eastern Michigan, so any hopes and dreams of them going undefeated in conference play have now fallen. They forced the 5th set against Eastern Michigan, kept battling back, kept playing from behind. Eastern Michigan wins that final set 16-14. Of course, you normally have to get up to 25 points. You go to that 5th set, it's only 15, but there were some very big highlights individually for the Falcons in that matchup, Reese.
Yeah, the one that I'm looking at just right off the bat that really jumps out on that box score, Amanda Otten, 63 assists through 5 sets. I mean, that's unbelievable. The program record for a 5-set match is 80 assists, set back in 1987, but just the fact that you can get that close is just remarkable.
Well, and I remember Chaz McNeil, one of our volleyball beat reporters, who was on the call for that on Falcon Radio. If you didn't have a chance to catch that, that'll be up on YouTube shortly, the full rebroadcast of that, pushed out on socials tomorrow. But he said that he believes she may be the best setter in the MAC, better than Logan Case, who led the entire nation in assist last year. And he said that on the Zig Zone. That is our weekly sports radio talk show. So looking for sports talk radio, tune into that. That'll be here on WBGU 88.1 FM every Sunday at 4 p.m., hosted by Holden Ruck, featuring a group of us Falcon Media Sports Network figures. But looking at Bowling Green, Robert Morris, what are you looking forward to seeing in this final 20 minutes of action, Reese?
I just want to see them kind of not ease up a little bit, because that's never something that you want to do in a situation like this where it's only a 1-goal game, but maybe play with your food a little bit. Keep the pressure on, but don't ease up so much to the point where Robert Morris is able to get some easy goals. Apply that little bit of pressure, but don't maybe go full force, because that's, A, it's like we've said a couple times already, it's just an exhibition game, and B, that's when you risk injury, is when you're going full force like that.
So we will now take another quick break. When we come back, the voice of Falcon Hockey, Ben Korak, will join us We'll go over the game so far and preview the final 20 minutes of action. Hang tight, we'll be back in just a few minutes.
Falcon women's soccer meets the University of Buffalo in Cochran Stadium on Sunday, October 13th. Catch Falcon Media Sports Network's Lucas Kleinmeyer and Henry Costco on the call at 1 p.m. on the WBGU PBS YouTube channel.
Don't miss the morning show on WBGU FM every weekday from 6 to 9 a.m. Join the morning show team weekday mornings to hear about local news, local weather reports, community programming, financial market reports, coaches show with coaches from BGSU and BGHS, and live newsmaker interviews. Listen live every weekday from 6 to 9 a.m. locally on 88.1 FM or streaming online at bgfalconmedia.com.
Welcome back into the Cooling Center for the Intermission Report. Reese Patricus joining myself, Tyler Kavlitz here, and we are glad to have on the voice of Falcon hockey, Ben Korak, on once again to recap this action so far. So, Ben, we were just talking, or I overheard you talking a little bit there while we were off air. It's been a crazy game so far in terms of figuring out who scored what goals. What do you have on that end?
Yeah, so they have changed it in the scorebook, and Brett Foe did get the second goal for the Falcons instead of Owen Ozar. So Fozzie will have his third goal of the season, his first in this game. If it stands at the score right now, it will be the game winner in the second period. So that one is correct. I didn't get an affirmative answer on whether Dalton Norris actually scored the first goal. Based on what I could see with my own eyes, it wasn't Dalton Norris, but then again, they have a little bit of a better view than I do, and at the end of the day, it's not my opinion that matters. So as of right now, my pick of Dalton Norris to score a goal before the game started looks like it's pretty good. But
well, Ben, I say you and I are both 1 of 1 to start the season on picking our goals, and old Tyler here is so far sitting with a goose egg. I mean, there's still 20 minutes for that to change.
That's the beauty of the game. We got 20 minutes left.
Does that mean that if Dalton Norris scores the second goal, I win, and if Brett Foe scores the second goal, you win?
I'm good with that.
Okay. Well, we made it. You heard it here first.
Ryan O'Hara, so he's been pretty quiet so far for a normal Ryan O'Hara game. You seeing anything in particular there, or do you think it's other weapons for Bowling Green stepping up?
Yeah, well, what I think I see is the defense knowing that Ryan O'Hara is your top scorer. And what I also see is Ryan O'Hara knowing that the defense sees that he's the top scorer, and he's making fantastic passes. He just is. The pass to Adam Zonka didn't result in a goal, but it drew a penalty because he got Zonka such great position between him and the goaltender Dylan Milan. He's got 2 assists on the season. He doesn't have one today, but it's kind of one of those things that you kind of got to see it in person. He's making fantastic passes. He still has good play without the puck. This is probably just going to be a short-term thing until they're able to get him going. And at the end of the day, does it really matter which Falcon scores the goals, or does it matter that the goals are being scored in the first place? So maybe Brett Foe is taking over a little bit of that responsibility. Looking forward, I can't see any reason why Brett Foe or Ryan O'Hara is not going to get any points in this third period, but we will see how it goes. He's been making some fantastic passes.
Well said there. So one more question before we let you go, get ready to call this final period of action. Reese pointed this out during early on in our intermission report. Bowling Green and Robert Morris both 0 for 3 on power plays. What are you seeing on that end?
Yeah, I'm seeing just the offense hasn't been able to get clicking. Bowling Green's maintained possession very well in the O-zone, but they haven't been able to get the puck to the middle like they've been searching for, get it into that slot between the wheels. And Robert Morris, even on their end, hasn't really been able to possess the puck a lot inside of their O-zone. They've been knocked around pretty handily by the Bowling Green defense. And then it is quite misleading because on 2 of the penalties as well, we had 4-on-4s because the penalties overlapped just a little bit. And for a lot of the penalty, like 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the other side, you really had a penalty, and then it was even strength the rest of the time. So I think it's a little bit due to the defense being so great, but I think it's a lot of it due to just having limited time of true man advantage. So, I think that's why. But definitely capitalizing on power plays. That's points left on the board, and you just can't. You got to be able to capitalize on some of those opportunities.
All right, thank you once again, Ben, for joining us. We'll take another short break, and when we come back, Ben will be on the call as Bowling Green looks to secure their first victory at the Slater Family Ice Arena here in the 2024-2025 season, up 2-1 right now going into the third period against Robert Morris. You're listening to BGSU Hockey here on WBGU 88.1 FM. Don't go anywhere.
You can be an essential part of the morning show's continued success on WBGU FM. The Bowling Green Chamber of Commerce offers businesses and organizations an opportunity to be an underwriter. Under the umbrella of the Chamber, you'll receive your mentions each month during either news or sports programming or feature segments. It's an affordable opportunity to be part of something unique in Wood County. The Morning Show, weekdays from 6 to 9 a.m. on WBGU.
2-1 the score, BG over Robert Morris University in this exhibition game on this wonderful Thursday night. I am Ben Korak from the Falcon Media Sports Network. You just heard Tyler Kavalitz and Reese Patrikas do a little bit of an intermission report. Hopefully we can do that a lot more because that was a lot of fun. They had some great insight on both BG hockey and BG volleyball, and they just did a fantastic job, as many of the members of our organization do, the Falcon Media Sports Network. To read some other work, go to bgfalconmedia.com and follow us on BG_FMSN on Twitter. BGSU wins the faceoff, takes it back into their own zone. Dalton Norris back around to Breck McKinley. High slap shot from Trevor Ladane. This one held by Sternberg. Sternberg pass up the ice. No Falcon can hold on to it, so they reset. Robert Morris now. Dielstra's mugged by Scardina. Scardina to Parker. Parker back to Scardina to Santawana. Santawana on the near wheel to Kabanoff. Kabanoff has got a lot of playing time in this game. Transfer from Northern Michigan University, the Wildcats, as they gutted a lot of their team over the offseason. A lot of transfers around the NCAA from Northern Michigan. Eric Parker now with the puck into the O-zone. Good stick work. This shot off the stick of Dylan Milan, who has been very, very, very good in this game so far. He's given up 2 goals, but he's saved 22 shots for a .917 save percentage. Robert Morris again. Up the near side. Kicked off the skate of Elliott. Now to Gangle. Gangle back around to Ozar. Ozar keeps it in the zone. Offside warning, so Foe leaves it. He does have a goal in this game, the go-ahead goal, as you might say. Third period. Over 2 minutes played. Thomas Hayes crushed into the boards. Now this one back. Robert Morris has it on the near side. McKay Hayes now. Held up by Possanen. Back to Grant. Grant to McKinley. McKinley back around to Adam Zonka. Presses against the boards. Grant comes up with the puck. Leaves it in. Great stick work. Jackson Niedermeyer on the near side. Blocked. Another shot from Niedermeyer. Both of them blocked by Milan. Whistle blows. Something happened. I don't know what it is. Maybe a skate infraction in the crease. Oh no, the goal came off the hinge. But a fantastic play from Jackson Niedermeyer, taking himself all the way in. One shot, another shot off the rebound. .17:25 left to play. Cameron Garvey, the center and captain for Robert Morris. Staring in the eyes of Brody Waters. I'm sorry, that's Jaden Grant. 28 and 29, looking very similar. Referees get in position. And they're discussing something. And they might be reviewing a play as the away penalty box is open. Referees are stepping into it. Don't know what the review could be on. Unless it was a penalty by a Falcon skating into the goalie crease of Dylan Milan. Cameron Garvey skating over with Dalton Norris, talking to the referee about what the call should be about. Could also be a goal. Niedermeyer did have a couple of good shots. I didn't see the puck find the net, but they might be discussing whether or not the puck did enter the net. Willie and associate coach Curtis Carr looking just as confused as we are on the bench. Referee is still looking. As I mentioned a little bit before, Milan just been fantastic in this game. 24 saves with 2 goals allowed, .923 save percentage. Colmore, 14 saves, 10 less than Milan, but 1 goal allowed and a .933 save percentage. So he has been better, but marginally. We're going to see this a lot this season, is opposing goalies, their stats not showing truly the performance that they've had because of the shot quantity from the Falcons. 41 shots and 26 shots on goal from the Falcons onto Dylan Milan. So he's accumulating a lot of saves, but a lot of them not high-quality shots. It's just the Falcons trying to get quality or quantity out of them. Although you do have to save the puck at the end of the day. So that is all that matters. Colmore has been great as well, but again, the puck has not been in his end very much, and he has not let up a goal since early in the first period. So after the review, there is no penalty. I didn't hear what the review was on. So the game will commence as normal. Slight waste of time here in the Slater Family Ice Arena, but they got the call right. And we're back in the near face-off circle to the left of Dylan Milan. Dalton Norris to Adam Zonka. Zonka across to Jaden Grant! Grant to Dalton Norris, his second of the game! With the way the scorekeeping has been, you better write that one down. Guaranteed Dalton Norris on that goal. His second listed of the game gives Bowling Green a 3-1 lead. And if you listen to our intermission report, you'd know that Reese Patrikas and I made a pact that whoever between Brett Foe and Dalton Norris had the most goals by the end of the game would be a win for either us and our goal selections for the day. It's looking quite good for my pick of Dalton Norris. Krieger after the one face-off for the Falcons. Back to Robert Morris. Now Stierenberg to Krieger again. BG keeping on the pressure like they're not up 2 goals. But again, exhibition game. It's a learning experience. The win or the loss really doesn't mean a whole lot. It is about improvement. And I'm sure Willie would be the first one to tell you that, head coach Dennis Williams. Ben Wozni with the shot, and he fills it! Goes off of the stick of another Falcon. This one will leave up to the scorer's table. Adam Shankula leads the line. He's getting high fives from his teammates, so I assume that goal will go to Adam Shankula. Assist should be from Ben Wozni at the point. And in the last minute of play, it has gone from 2-1 to 4-1. The Falcons extend their lead to 3. 16:40 left to play in the third period. Nico Heinesen in his neutral zone. Forces it up to O'Hara. O'Hara back to Heinesen, way across to Ben Wozni. Wozni off the board to Waters. BG still pressing offense, even though they're up by 3 goals with only 16 minutes left to play in the third period. Waters back across, leaves it on the doorstep, but Ryan O'Hara can't get there in time. Now he's got some open ice. Pass to Ohaneson. Ohaneson leaves it wide left. Kickoff to Waters. Waters to O'Hara. O'Hara has some open space. Can't get a shot off. Yes, he does! Ryan O'Hara! First goal of the season. 5-1 Falcons. You've heard 3 goal horns in a row from Bowling Green. One from Dalton Norris, one from Ben Wozni, and now one from Ryan O'Hara. And we were commenting in the intermission report, Ryan O'Hara does not have a point yet in this game. Well, there you go, his first goal of the season. So now if you're keeping track of our goal picks for the day, Ryan O'Hara was Tyler Kavalitz's pick. He has 1 point. Brett Foe has 1, so 1 point for Reese Patrikas. And the jury is still out on whether or not the Dalton Norris goal counts because it lists 2 in the live stats, but the live stats have been suspect all game long. So put an asterisk next to Ben Korak's name for the winner of the goal picks for Bowling Green versus Robert Morris. It's turned into a slaughter in the Slater Family Ice Arena. 5 for Bowling Green, 1 for Robert Morris. 15:30 left to play in the third period. Parker with the puck. Bad pass across to Ryder. Ryder the shoot on the near side, and he scores. Five to 2 now. A lot of scoring in the last 3 minutes. We'll step aside real quick for station identification.
This is Lucas Kleinmeyer, and you are listening to 88.1 FM WBGU Bowling Green, home of the Falcon Media Sports Network.
Mitch Dielstra looks like he got credit for the goal on that one, but again, as we said for live stats all day, could be misleading. Breck McKinley takes the puck off the one face-off by Ben Duran, but the whistle blows, so somebody was early. They'll reset. 25 face-off wins to 21 losses for the Falcons. Reverse those numbers, you get Robert Morris's total. Brett Foe giving forecheck. Breck McKinley tips it up, pop fly. Kept in by Ozar, now Passanen. Bounces it up to Ozar. Back to the white jerseys. Passanen on the near wheel. What a clean pass to the stick of Ozar, but Ozar can't hold on to it. This one's crossed back. Shot is high from Cody Mons. Mons shot from the near side. This one is blocked at the point. Shoving from Breck McKinley and Cody Mons will result in nothing. 5-2 Bowling Green over Robert Morris. 14:48 to play in the third period. So the goals as they stand, 2 for Dalton Norris, 1 for Brett Foe, 1 for Ryan O'Hara. Assists for Adam Zonka, Jackson Niedermeyer, Dalton Norris, Ethan Scardina, Breck McKinley, and Jaden Grant. On the side of Robert Morris, a goal by Tanner Klimke with an assist by Cameron Garvey and another goal by Thomas Haynes, the first of the game. This one to Trent Wilson. Loses it to Stierenberg, to Norris. Norris to Zonka. Zonka chasing it down. Forces Gabriel Lund to give it back. Slap shot from Stierenberg at the point. And is gloved by Dylan Milan. 14:22 left to play. 5-2 game. 33 shots on goal for the Falcons. 34 now after that one from Gustav Stierenberg. 2 goals for Robert Morris, 16 shots on goal for the Colonials. So the referee waiting for Robert Morris to get back on the ice. They need another player as they only have 4 on the ice. Looks like they had to replace the skate of Dylan Milan, and that's why he skated over. Oh no, Dylan Milan will be exiting the game, maybe for injury. So we will see Kroy Kochendorfer, the freshman left-hander out of St. Paul, Minnesota. Rough first game for him, staring in the face now. Facing away from the play, looking into the student section in the Madhouse on Mercer. Bowling Green trying to add to his stat line, the first goal allowed, but they do have a 5-2 lead with a 3-point buffer. This faceoff is won, but it clears into the neutral zone, so Nico Hannison will collect it. This one up to Krieger. Krieger loses it to Zacher. Zacher back to Wozni. Wozni to Krieger, possessed by Maxwell Martin. The whistle blows, and a cross check will be called on Braden Krieger, his second penalty of the game. Four penalty minutes from Braden Krieger after he serves this one out. His second time in the sin box. And 8 total penalty minutes on the day for the Falcons. Ben Duran early on the faceoff, and they kick out Cameron Garvey. That has got to be like the 6th time today that a forward from Robert Morris has been kicked out of the circle. And probably the 6th time today that it has resulted in a faceoff win for the Falcons. Kochendorfer leaves it behind, a brand new goalie for Robert Morris. Normally I would assume that is due to Dylan Milan allowing 5 goals in this game, but he exited the rink, telling me that it was due to injury or possibly ejection, but then there would be a 5-minute penalty on his stat line, so I doubt that is the case. As this shot is from Dominic Elliott near side, gets tangled up with Gustav Stjernberg, but the shot is saved by Cole Moore. 13:30 left to play in the third period. This one has come to a screeching halt momentum-wise as the Falcons scored 3 goals in a row, then allowed one to Robert Morris off of Tanner Klimke, the leading scorer for Robert Morris last season. This one, Cody Mons on the near side. Easy save for Cole Moore. Now Mons again, near side. Drops to his knee, keeps the puck in. Back up to Michael Felsing, playing defenseman at the point. Feeds it in to Braden Rourke. Rourke can't complete the play. And Cole Moore will cover it up with his mitt once again. Production line for the Falcons back on. Have not really turned off the gas, although this game has come to a halt with some wow, this referee is really just kicking out off misstarts at will, because he just kicked out Ville Amonen off the circle. Then he kicked out Mitch Dilstra on the other side just a half a second later. This one feed into Ryan O'Hara! Ryan O'Hara, 2 goals! 6-2 Falcons! Two-goal performances from 2 Falcons, Dalton Norris and Ryan O'Hara. And as we were talking in intermission about the lack of goals from the 23-24 leading Falcon scorer, he puts 2 in the net. Fantastic shot on the backhand. All alone by himself. Slight defensive breakdown, but he had some blue jerseys near him. He found the open space and put the first goal of Kroy Kochendorfer. This one left wide. Kochendorfer stopped it. I don't believe that Kochendorfer has recorded a save yet It is not updated on the stats page, so we could see a goal from Kochendorfer without any saves recorded. McKinley back across to Ben Duran. Ben Duran tips it up. Could have caught the corner of the goal, just inches away. "12 minutes left. Braden Krieger out of the box. Breck McKinley now. Back to Maxwell Martin, to Passanen. Passanen slows it down because he's a defenseman on his own turf. Now Dalton Norris. Dalton Norris pass over. Shot from Maxwell Martin. Couldn't find the goal. Croy Kochendorfer gave a good play on that one. Norris looking for his 4th point of the game. He has 2 goals with 1 assist. That would have been his 2nd if he completed the play to Maxwell Martin. This one's held by Tom Gengel. The Falcons gain back control. Dalton Norris around the horseshoe to Santawana. Santawana stops the puck with the body of a Colonial. Now Scardina leaves it in for Kabanoff. Kabanoff to Sternberg. Sternberg keeps it in the O-zone. Now up to Croy Kochendorfer. He gets a glove on it. Opts for a face-off in his own zone. You know, coming into this period, it was 2-1. Quite a close match, scoring-wise. A low-scoring affair in total. We've gone from 3 goals coming into the 3rd period to not even halfway through the 3rd, and we have 8 goals on the board. 6 for the Falcons, 2 for Robert Morris, and this referee is just not having any false starts in the circle as he kicks Jaden Grant out there, giving Robert Morris a face-off win. This one caught by Eric Parker. He gets upset and flings the stick of Trent Wilson up into the air. No penalty on that one, although it would have been warranted. The face-off will stay in the neutral zone. Don't know if there's a penalty for interfering with the stick of another player outside of just hooking it. Nevertheless, the faceoff will be in the Falcon zone to the left of Colmore. Let's see if both of these centers can stay in. They don't false start, so neither of them is kicked out. Luke Van Noy off of Goulash. Goulash sends it just wide. Jack Blake now pressing. It's a good play from Blake. He's been quite impressive as a defenseman today. He was an extra skater a lot last year. Not a huge amount of playing time. He's already had some good plays this year. Adam Zonka with the shot. Cross. Oh, what a play. Zonka and Niedermeyer almost got credit for 2 points on that. Breck McKinley now through the neutral zone into the O-zone. Calling for it is Ben Duran. Ben Duran on the near side. Works it back around to Shankula. Shankula had a chance. Passanen is tipped up into the boards. Brett Foe fakes away. Ben Duran again. Can't hold on. Walter Zacher back to Passanen. Passanen ring around the Rosie. Knocks it back to Kochendorfer. Kochendorfer stops it. Play is led up by Robert Morris. The puck goes back to Felsing, who lost that one. Oh, a mid-ice hit from Gustav Sternberg, forcing the puck free. After watching Gustav Sternberg for all of last year and this year, I am making a petition to the CCHA and to the NCAA that they record the hit statistics, because I am sure Sternberg would be one of the CCHA leaders and maybe one of those in all of college hockey. Sternberg tries to go for the body again, but the puck is just too wide, so he can't deliver the hit. Imonen up to O'Hara. O'Hara, a 1-on-2. Can he capitalize? The shot breaks his stick. Now he's playing without a stick. He forces Thomas Hayes into the back of the boards with no stick. Still has no stick. Now he finally gets to the bench. Gets himself a new stick. Not back on as Braden Krieger takes his place. Nico Hainesen mugged by Zacher. Zacher Back around, caught by Wozni. Wozni through the defensive zone. Now up to Krieger. Krieger up the ice, avoiding the offsides, takes it all the way in. Brody Waters with a lot of ice around him. He's pushed away by Tanner Klimke. Klimke, the leading scorer, has not done so much in this game. He had a quiet first 2 periods. And then he had the goal in the second. Or I'm sorry, he had a goal in the third that extended the score to 2 for Robert Morris, but the score is 6 for the Falcons, and they lead by 4 heading into the media timeout. I'll stick with you for just a second here, see if any penalties are dished out on the pushing after the play. Doesn't look like there will be, so we will take our minute timeout. 6 for Bowling Green, 2 for Robert Morris. WBGU 88.1 FM.
Don't have time to tune into a BGSU sports broadcast? Falcon Media Sports Network will have you covered with live updates of home BGSU athletic events. To follow along, head over to @BG_FMSN on Twitter X.
The morning show on WBGU FM is brought to you by the Bowling Green Chamber of Commerce. For more information, contact The Morning Show at themorningshow@bgchamber.net. Send them any programming suggestions or information you might have. They are always looking for show ideas and guests. To have your birthday or anniversary announced, email or call the Bowling Green Chamber of Commerce at 419-353-7945. The Morning Show on WBGU.
BG laying it on the Colonials. 6-2 the score with 8:15 left to play in the third period. Falcons over Robert Morris University. I'm Ben Korak from the Falcon Media Sports Network here in the Slater Family Ice Arena for the opening contest. And I call it a contest because it is not a game that is recorded for the Falcons. However, it is very telling of how this team is going to play the rest of the season. If they play the rest of the season under Willie like they have in this game, Falcon fans should be in for a huge treat. 6 goals for the Falcons, 2 from both Dalton Norris and Ryan O'Hara, 1 from Brett Foe and Jackson Niedermeyer as recorded. They could be wrong, as the live stats have been not too trustworthy in this game. But 6-2 is the only stat that truly matters. Robert Morris with an odd man drive now. Cole Moore gets a nice leg on it. Shankula fighting for it on the boards. Oh, that should be a penalty. Yes, it is. George Grotiris just wrapped him up around the neck and ripped Adam Shankula down to the ground. I'm surprised Shankula didn't take offense to that one. What a dirty play from George Grotiris. That could have been a 5-minute just on flagrancy. Minor penalty for holding. Doesn't tell the whole story. I mean, that was just a disgusting play from George Grotiris. Could have really injured Adam Shankula on that one, just out of frustration. Now Vili Imonen kicked out of the face-off circle, as we have seen a lot today. Ryan O'Hara for the face-off is not one. Back around, man advantage for the Falcons for 2 minutes. That'll be 2 of the next 8 that there's left to play in the third. Dalton Norris to Kabanoff. Kabanoff in. O'Hara wears a hit, throws off his skating tempo. This one back to Norris. Norris settles the puck to Imonen. Imonen back to Norris at the top. A fight's breaking out. Ryan O'Hara is throwing hands. The 220s mixed up, McKay Hayes and Ryan O'Hara. And it looks like after that play, Trevor Ladane will be sent to the box. And so will Ryan O'Hara. So we will still have a man advantage for Bowling Green. But 2 minutes assessed to both Trevor Ladane and Ryan O'Hara. Roughing called on both of them. The gloves didn't drop, which is a huge no-no in the NCAA. Normally a suspension. So just some punches being thrown in front of the student section. 5-on-4 still on the ice. So that means neither Ryan O'Hara nor Trevor Ladane can leave the box until the play is stopped. Ben Duran now on the near side. Down to Norris. Norris on the near side. Across to Imonen. Imonen can't settle it. He's deked by Luke Van Wy. Van Wy fighting for control behind Kochendorf. The freshman replacing Dylan Milan in the net after Milan's apparent injury that had him leave the ice. Now Norris. There's a pass to Eric Parker. Eric Parker with the shot. I'm sorry, Matvey Kabanov with the shot is gloved easily by Kochendorf. .46 seconds left in the power play, meaning Ryan O'Hara, Trevor Ladane, and George Krotiris cannot leave the box until there is a stoppage of play after the 46-second mark. Eric Parker near side. McKinley now back to Parker. Parker back to Scardina. Scardina leaves it for McKinley just a little bit wide, so they can't smoothly connect on that play. Scardina back, taking it in. Cross to Brett Foe. Brett Foe the shot into Kochendorf. That is a good save by the freshman. Six to 2, Bowling Green over Robert Morris. 6 minutes and 10 seconds left to play. 26 seconds left in the man advantage for the Falcons. Scardina to McKinley. McKinley again back at the top to Parker. Parker feeds it down behind the wheel. Scardina takes it in toward the middle, is blocked by Robert Morris. One of their defensemen got a foot on it. Now Brett Foe tries to avoid to clear out with the hand. He can't do it. Parker chasing it down in the defensive zone, takes it around Cole Moore, whose name we haven't mentioned in a while because of how possessive the Falcons have been. Now this one, George Krotiris comes right off of the box and is the first one to touch it. So the play will be called dead. I don't know if he established himself on the ice yet. So the faceoff will be in the neutral zone. It will be a 5-on-5 as the penalty is killed, but Ryan O'Hara and Trevor Ladane are sitting and watching from their respective sim boxes after roughing penalties, or fighting as they probably are. Ashmed across to Wozni. Wozni, strong defenseman, gives it up on the bad pass. Can they make up for it? Wozni cuts over to the middle, gets his stick in the way, and makes up for his bad pass. That's what you love to see right there. A small child in a Bowling Green shirt getting up onto the boards and pounding it in the face of Ben Wozni. This one, a shot and a score from Nick O'Hanison. BG pours it on. O'Hara and Ladane leave the box as they had a front row seat to watch this 7th goal for the Falcons. 9th of the day, 7 for Bowling Green, 2 for Robert Morris. Nick O'Hanison's first goal of the season, his 2nd point. His first goal in a Bowling Green uniform. 7 assists for him, but no goals in his career with the Falcons. Sophomore from Detroit. Played for the Minot Minotaurs. Adam Shankula now up the zone. Tries to feed it across. The intensity from Willie's team has not diminished. They're still going for the net every time they go on the offensive strike. They're not playing two men back on a defensive note like a lot of teams do. They are simply playing the game as they did in the first and the second period. Maxwell Martin now wins the faceoff. 4:45 left to play. Goal from Ohanesen, about 5 minutes left. So at the 15-minute mark, if you didn't want to do the math at home. Tommy Pasanen up the ice. It's a 4-on-2 if they can keep this drive going. This one's a pass up to Krieger. Krieger can't hold on. Kochendorf stops it behind. Dominic Elliott with the puck now. He gives it up to George Krotairis. Krotairis, a penalty a few minutes ago for an egregious hold. This one going for the puck. No penalty on this one from Krotairis as he pushes Pasanen into the boards. Back to Maxwell Martin. Martin across to Adam Zonka. Zonka shoots it into the chest of Kroy Kochendorfer. So again, if you didn't know not to trust the live stats in this game, look no further than the goalie, as Dylan Milan allowed 5 goals, but is credited with 7 given up because they didn't realize that Kroy Kochendorfer was in the game for Robert Morris. Go to bgfalconmedia.com for the recap of this game. But again, stats will be a little bit suspect because we don't know whether they were accurate off of numbers and names and who got certain goals and assists and certain shots. Also go to the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel for the rebroadcast of this game, the volleyball game that took place today. All BGSU broadcasts are uploaded to the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel, and go follow us on BG_FMSN on Twitter as well. Brett Foe tries to circle it around the defender but can't do it. Nick Ohanesen, a goal just a few minutes ago, his first in the orange and brown, up to Brett Foe. Ozar looking for the body, he gets it. Thomas Haynes gets it away. Ohanesen keeps the puck in. Breck McKinley leaves it, decides to play defense. Tanner Klimke up. Near side, Felsing, the captain, over the middle, shot blocked by the Falcons. 4 Falcons swooping in on him, knocking the puck away on the 1-on-4. McKinley again in, BG not taking their foot off the gas. Robert Morris still can't get a hold of it. Now there's a good chance from Brandon Santawana, but he's forced away. The shot is gloved by Kroy Kochendorf. More pushing and shoving in front of Kochendorfer. But it amounts to nothing unless the hand goes up from the man in stripes. Don't think it will result in anything. 2:40 left. You don't want to take a fighting penalty this late because it could result in a game suspension. And for the Falcons, that wouldn't mean the game against Simon Fraser on Sunday because it is an exhibition. It would result in a suspension for the Western Michigan game next week, which counts for record. Braden Krieger back around after the one face-off to Pasanen. Pasanen loses control of it, also loses awareness of the puck. Now has to chase it down in his own defensive zone. Misses the puck. Gets it to Shankula on the kick. Zonka now in. Braden Krieger back around, trying to free it up. BG has now resorted to playing a couple of guys back at all times, making sure they don't allow another goal. 2 minutes and change left to play in the third period. BG sporting a 5-goal lead, so not a whole lot of questions on how this one will end up. It'll just be a question on what the score will be. Breck McKinley tries to keep the puck in the zone, but it just clears the blue line of Robert Morris. So the faceoff will go to the neutral zone on the offsides. $1:54 left to play, third period. BG up 7-2. Great opening game at home for the Falcons. 5-goal win. and 5 goals in the third period. About 3 of them within 3 minutes. This one is blocked. Skirts around it, pass over the middle. Shankula can't connect. Now to Krieger. Krieger bumps to get the puck away. Goes off the referee into the D zone for the Falcons. Niedermeyer back across. Ashmed, shot for the rebound, nobody there to take the shot. This one is blocked by a host of Falcons. Now over the middle again, a lot of fighting with the stick and puck. They get it to Cole Moore, but he puts a glove on it. Jack Blake roughing a Colonial after that play. Looked to be Trent Wilson. So a little bit of chippiness happening in a 5-goal game. Some frustration probably from Robert Morris. Maybe some from Bowling Green too, who's just thinking, take your medicine and go to bed. Shankula again for the faceoff, can't win it. Now again to Cole Moore, who gloves it and knocks it away to his teammates. Puck goes off the glass. Looked like it entered into the bench. So we'll get a faceoff in the neutral zone again. 1 minute and 5 seconds left to play in the third period on what is nearly 100% sure to be a Falcon win. The Slater Family Ice Arena, although it won't count toward their record as it is an exhibition game. Zonka across to Shankula. Number 10 to number 11. Now Cody Mons up the ice for Robert Morris. Goulash is bumped to get the puck away. Zonka again stopped into the white jersey. Shankula keeps it alive. Braden Krieger around the horseshoe. Back to the top. Tips off a couple of blue skates. Good defense by Nico Heinesen. Get his stick on it and away from the pass. Shankula now in a 1-on-3. Just flings it up toward Kochendorfer. Makes him make a play on it. We're in the last 20 seconds of the third period. BG fans starting to get onto their feet. The student section waving goodbye to the Robert Morris Colonials. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the 5-goal lead will stand for the Falcons as they beat the Robert Morris Colonials 7-2. And the rink opener in 2024-2025 exhibition game against the Robert Morris Colonials. Falcons come away with a win. We'll bring you short post game in a few moments on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Looking for a BGSU Athletics talk radio show? Tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m. where a panel of Falcon Media Sports Network members discuss the hottest BG sports topics. Only on WBGU 88.1 FM. In Bowling Green football's 41-17 season opening victory over Fordham on August 29th, junior Justin Pace set a program record with a 100-yard kickoff return touchdown on the first play of the game. Falcon Media Sports Network's Reese Patricus had the call on Falcon Radio.
Go back up and field it on the goal line. Trying to take to the right, got some blocks, got a hole. Peg was down the far sideline, and he's got space in front of him. 10, 5, touchdown BG brings back the opening kickoff. What a way to start the season.
This has been a Falcon Media Sports Network featured call.
Be part of the WBGU team. Volunteer with WBGU FM in a variety of roles, including on-air, promotions, social media, music selection, and much more. Positions are always available to students and the local community. For more information, visit the WBGU Facebook page. Volunteer with Northwest Ohio's community radio station, WBGU 88.1 FM. The return to radio freedom.
Back here in the Slater Family Ice Arena, BG wins 7-2 over the Robert Morris Colonials. I'm Ben Korak from the Falcon Media Sports Network, calling this exhibition game between Bowling Green and Robert Morris. It was a pretty tight and very interesting game up until that third period where the Falcons scored 5 goals. Robert Morris with 1, so a 6-goal third period for the Falcons, and the Colonials dominated by the Falcons. I will read you some stats, but just to be clear, they may be suspect on some issues here in the Slater Family Ice Arena with the live stats. Nico Heinesen credited with 2 goals and 2 total points, 4 shots, 3 shots on goal. Jackson Niedermeyer with 1 goal, 1 assist for 2 points, 6 shots, 5 shots on goal from him, tied for the lead with Adam Zonka and Gustav Sternberg. Dalton Norris with 2 goals of his own, 1 assist for 3 points, the highest point scorer on the game for the Falcons. Has 6 shots and 3 shots on goal as well. Brett Foe with a goal, 1 point. 4 shots for 3 shots on goal. Bowling Green also winning in faceoffs 39-31, a little bit of a closer differential than we've seen with the games against Mercyhurst. Robert Morris did a good job, especially in that third set, of coming away with some faceoffs as well, but Bowling Green's possession of the puck was just too much, even off the faceoffs. 39-31. And then Cole Moore back in the net for the Falcons, 23 saves, 2 goals allowed for 920 save percentage. Just outstanding stuff from him. Didn't get a lot of action. We didn't say his name a lot, but that's probably good because he didn't allow any goals in the net as well. Croy Kochendorfer for Robert Morris closed out the game in the net. He allowed 2 goals. Don't know how many saves and save percentage, as live stats didn't update it. After Dylan Milan exited the game with an apparent injury, he allowed 5 goals and around 30-ish saves for a sub-900 save percentage. So he played much better than his final stats showed. He played 2 periods of very strong hockey against a very good team. But at the end of the day, Robert Morris not able to give him a win. And then 2 goals for Robert Morris, and I know these are the accurate goal scorers, was Tanner Klimke, the sophomore, had a goal and 1 point with a shot and a shot on goal for him as well. And then Thomas Haynes had the first goal of the game for either team. 1 goal, 1 point, 3 shots, and 2 shots on goal for Tanner Haynes to open up scoring. BG was able to keep the pressure on the vast majority of the game. They did a fantastic job of dominating the puck, especially in the O-zone, where they were able to pass it back and forth pretty much without falter. Their passes were on the money. They didn't surrender the puck as much, did not have a clean power play conversion percentage. Both teams were 0-4 on power plays converted, but nevertheless, the Falcons were able to score 7 even strength goals and come away with the win 7-2 with a buffer of 5 over Robert Morris. So from us in the Slater Family Ice Arena and the Falcon Media Sports Network, I'm Ben Korak. Special thanks to Tyler Kavelitz and Reese Patrikas, who ran the board for us today and did intermission reports. Hopefully we can do that a lot. That was very fun to be able to talk to you guys during intermission. And we will say goodnight on this wonderful Thursday. Final score 7-2 Bowling Green over Robert Morris on WBGU 88.1 FM, your home for BGSU hockey.
This broadcast has been a Falcon Media Sports Network production. For more BGSU sports news and updates, follow Falcon Media Sports Network on Twitter X at BG_FMSN, BG Falcon Media on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and head over to BGFalconmedia.com.